And hello, everyone. Welcome to Starlight Society on the Greyhawk channel. We are playing Forbidden Lands, and if you haven't been to one of our earlier episodes, essentially Forbidden Lands is another role-playing system similar to Dungeons and Dragons. It is a hex crawl-based system, so we've got this fancy hex crawl map that you can see on the screen now. And essentially, our players are searching for a thing called the Starlight engine, which should have a way to prevent the material realm and the Feywild from merging together. Unfortunately, tonight we do not have Ian Flat, who plays Sin, but we do have the other three players. And so why don't we go ahead and have everybody introduce each other, probably starting with Blat.
Oh, hi there! I'm playing Blat. I'm Marathi. Hi, not necessarily in that order. Blat is a goblin with delusions of grandeur. And he likes blowing things up. He just hasn't learned the right spells yet. And he likes halflings. Halflings are awesome.
So it is present tense again? Because I believe last session that came into question.
No. He hasn't wanted to eat sorry yet, so he still likes halflings.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
And speaking of halflings,
Yeah.
sorry.
I am Poonicorn, and I play Sari, a halfling druid who would rather be an animal than a halfling.
Wouldn't we all?
Doesn't really like goblins. Or, maybe does like goblins, just doesn't like this one.
Poor Blat.
I could drop a fireball on you from here, literally.
He's been useful. Yeah.
Okay. And next up is Skitters.
I am Shauna playing Skitters, who is a filthy, feral disaster of a tiefling who is willing to just snarl and scratch at people if they need to.
Okay. And then usually we have Sin, who is a human who's usually drunk, but somehow manages to deal the most actual damage anytime combat situations come up.
It's anger management.
So
This way of dealing.
Before we get started, let me adjust my camera a little bit.
Right now, his character portrait is about as empty as his character's soul, so we're good.
Okay. So before we get started, I do want to apologize if there's any extra noise in the background. My apartment has been incredibly hot the past couple of weeks, and I've had to last minute somewhat move out of my office and closer to my door so that it's not an inferno in here. For the most part, it looks like everything got transferred and set up fine, and I look forward to playing with everyone today. So getting started, when we left off last session, we were going into the evening quarter. You had just slain a night warg, a large, shadowy, wolf-like creature who was essentially terrorizing the local wildlife and driving the local wolves to be essentially to hunt and attack the local villagers.
Not nice.
Going over to the map view, if I can find my stream deck.
Oh, God, I picked up that sword.
Yes, the sword.
Oh, yes, there is that sword. So, last session there was
a few of us picked up the sword.
Yes, last session there was a sword that was picked up that is definitely not evil.
Not
And
correct.
Sorry knows exactly how much that hurt.
You smell.
So what
I can,
happened
yeah.
for those who didn't see is Sorry, as a wolf, had tried to was it bite or was it just getting up there and sniffing?
It looked like a stick.
Okay,
And-
yeah.
So I tried to grab it and take it out of the ground because, I'm a good dog.
And unfortunately for the good dog,
The stick bit back.
yes, the stick bit back, and our doggo's nose is burnt and scarred and harmed at the moment.
Ouchie.
I believe you've got on your character sheet, got it noted down what the effect is for that, right? For that critical injury?
Yes, it is -1 to manipulate.
Oh, yes, that's right.
5
Manipulate
days.
in this game being the social skill, more or less.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, question. I assume that since it happened when I was a dog and it's still carried over to when I was a halfling,
Yes.
it doesn't matter what animal I am.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna have a.
Yeah. Because in this
Nose.
case, essentially, especially because the way we're handling your shapeshifting is somewhat homebrew-ish.
It's fine.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, okay, that wasn't intended. But
Sorry, not sorry.
I don't imagine you're going to be doing too many manipulation attempts in animal
You don't
form
know me.
anyways, but you know what? You're right. Fair. I almost said it again. So it is the evening quarter day. So those who are just tuning in, essentially the game is split into quarter days, which, as they sound, are a quarter of a day. During each quarter day, players can do different things, such as moving on the map, going through and foraging for food, different things like that. And so, what would you like to do for this evening quarter day? I don't believe anybody is at risk of being tired and not having sleep yet.
Eating.
Okay.
I have a strength of 1, and so I was planning on turning into a squirrel and finding a tree hole to hide in and sleep.
That
So
hopefully
right
doesn't
now
have a
you're
big poisonous
still
spider.
right now you're still in the cave. Because I don't believe you had left the cave yet, had you?
Okay, I thought we were like kind of like at the entrance.
Because I believe you had talked about resting
We've gone back
in
across.
the cave. Oh, you had gone back across? Okay.
Yeah, on the
I
other
remember
side.
we've gone back across because we had we had the rope thing set up.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah, so
it
then you
seems
should
safe
be
to
out
go
by the
back across
entrance.
while we were capable.
Makes sense. Okay, yeah, so
Mhm.
then you should be out by the entrance, and if you want to find a tree to hide in and get some rest.
I mean, if other people want to walk, I can be a squirrel and I can just hide in Skitter's hair.
Although I think this is a good place. This is the goodest place of any to rest.
Okay.
And,
We need
and
to.
the animals are starting to come back, maybe?
Maybe.
Slowly.
Oh, hey, what was it? We walked outside and the first thing we noticed was, hey, we can hear wildlife again.
But you could hear insects at first.
Yeah.
But wildlife is very
Works for me.
slowly going to be returning.
Mhm.
And that oppressive aura that you felt in the area has lifted somewhat.
Ooh, what about the plants? The funky plants.
The funky plants are still there. The
Uh-huh.
somewhat glowy vines and everything by the entrance still definitely there.
Interesting.
Are they receding at all, or does it look like once that veil has been broken, that it's just they're here?
Yeah, they so because this is somewhat of the convergence of the realms, these plants are definitely somewhat native to the Feywild, and they're just until you can activate the Starlight engine and reverse the merging and prevent it, these areas are kind of one and the same.
Wow. Oh wow! So the veil's still so
That-
thin here.
That
It's just
thing
not
that
pouring
was-
out nasty stuff because the wolf or the monster is gone, basically. Okay. Actually, it wasn't even the monster that was causing all of that. It was the sword as a focus point, while embedded was just pouring out nasty stuff and likely poisoned or corrupted the wolf. We figure.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does
It
Does
just
Len
happened to be
know
the alpha. We both spent a reasonable amount of time looking at the magical energies of the place before doing things. So we understood just how nasty that emanation was.
Yeah.
And the instant you tried to tweak the sword and it seemed to act nastily to you, and then I managed to grab it and pull it out. But between something you did and my protective spell on myself, or us working together, it was something like that. I had a stronger protective spell on me than I would normally, and that actually straight up protected me from the damage that I felt impact, but didn't hurt me. And I managed, as soon as that sword came out the ground, all the shadow went up into it. and the entire cave just seemed to lighten up.
So glad you remember this.
Yes.
I'm remembering it now. Yeah, but that was as we pulled the sword out. The only reason I didn't take damage is because we took the extra step of just like actually putting up a barrier.
Extra protection, yeah.
Was it magical seal?
Yes.
Yes, magical seal was cast. So if you're all taking, so first of all, Blatt, you said you were gonna eat, so go ahead and do me a favor and roll your food consumable.
I vaguely remember having extra leftover food, but I didn't. I got a bag. I wrote down the bag of leeches. I didn't write down the extra meat.
Well, you've got the D6 on your consumable, so go ahead and give it a roll.
I need to clear dice pool. So I'm not.
Drag of what's important.
I don't think that the consumables end up using the dice pool setup. They should just auto roll. Ooh. Okay, so you eat,
Well,
but
it makes sense because I actually have the hungry D thing, so I have to.
That's
eat.
right. You have to eat.
that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
So-
that was my mishap.
Set your food consumable die to 0 now, but you can also unmark your hungry condition.
Cool.
You are no longer.
Yeah,
hungry.
it's like I did
Yeah,
have
can't
I did intend to do other things, and then remembered I was hungry. I'm just like, no, I'm eating.
Okay.
Everything else is less important.
Now, if you are resting, would you like to go ahead and just use the sleep action? Would you like to properly make a set up camp? What would you like to do?
I mean, I don't need camp.
Yeah, I think
So
Scooters
it's up
is
to
fine.
everybody else.
Okay.
I think Scooters is fine with just sleeping
Okay.
on the
And-
open.
I think what we'll do
I
is.
would like to forage.
Okay, so you'd like to forage instead of sleeping? Okay, so in that case, I think what we'll do is, while the other two are sleeping, since Ian isn't here this week, but technically he's still kind of, Sin is still kind of with the group, what I'm going to do is I will have him kind of just treated as being on watch, and we won't worry about his consumables or conditions or any of that stuff. He's just going to be perpetually on watch during this session just so that we don't have to
Probably
worry
he
too
won't
much.
die.
He won't, hopefully.
Hopefully.
I mean,
I'll see.
generally, I like to give plot armor to people who aren't present because I don't like the thought of harming their characters. But,
What happened? What happened to Sid? Oh, we threw him in front of an orc.
What happened?
Investigating
Nothing.
Okay, so Blatt, go ahead and give me.
Yep.
So, what are you foraging for, first of all?
Edibles.
Okay, so go ahead and give me your
Fruits and stuff,
foraging
because
roll.
we're all watered up and stuff. So yeah, having a look for edibles, vegetables, fruits, things,
You
stuff
know-
that everybody can eat.
Okay.
You don't have to be picky either with this group, mostly. It's like just whatever can be
Oh,
eaten.
'cause Sorry can eat things when she's in another form, but a ranger buddy definitely prefers things cooked, or at least
Oh, yeah.
things that you can eat without having to cook them. And since I don't have to look for water this time, I'm going to look for food.
Okay, so
And I'll find some nuts. You are
I
not.
need to.
Go get
You're
him.
the worst. So I'm drawing a blank on foraging, so give me 1 second to verify what the rules were.
You realize that makes me a green sausage because I'm a blatwurst.
Oh my god, you are
You're
terrible.
fired.
Not yet, he's not.
I don't have those spells yet. It's coming.
No, I'm going to
I will
push you
blow
into
myself
the
up.
fire. You are.
Okay,
that's
so
it.
forage. So foraging, I would like you to roll survival, modified by the terrain type. Well, actually, it's not terrain type. It is
Season, which I believe is
season.
spring.
Yes, currently spring, so it's at a -1.
That's under skill level. Yep.
Oh, and it is actually modified by the terrain type. You are currently in hills, which has 0 modification. It's hills and open terrain, and 0 modification to your forage roll, so you're just at -1 for spring. Nothing's had the chance to ripen yet.
Cool.
'Cause notably,
Birds.
when you're foraging for food, you are looking for plant life because you're not actually hunting, which is a separate action.
Yep. And also there's a chance of getting you into a fight, which I'm not looking for right now. I would rather not fight. Oh! What did I do?
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
So, would you like to push this survival roll?
The player in me says, hell no! How am I doing for willpower? Where's my willpower?
How hungry is Splat?
How sure is Blatt that he can find something edible? If he just keeps
Oh.
He doesn't normally forage. He normally like hunts things. So this is kind of like he's trying something the ranger discussed with him before. So he's trying it, and he comes back going, "I'm hungry."
So I do want to note that
I eat this rock.
I want to note that
Yeah, you can.
taking
I'm not pushing.
or pushing would just give you the banes. Whether you push or not, you still have the foraging mishap. So you're not going to push. Okay, so go ahead and give me a d6 roll so we can find out what your mishap is.
Oh no.
Ooh,
Oh,
do, I get
no.
more, do I get more leeches? That'd be cool.
I don't think.
I hope not.
I know these are.
The leeches are not a bonus.
Leeches are a bonus.
They totally are.
No.
Where's a d6 thing? They are.
You can just in chat just roll d6.
What
4.
did you roll?
Torn
What did you-
clothing. Your clothes are damaged. Your boots break, or your robe snags on thorny plants or sharp rocks. You must
Can
roll
he
for the
even
effects
tell?
of cold.
Yeah, this is not the group that this matters for. Most.
Yeah, that's
My
true.
my clothes are trash anyway.
It's like whatever.
Like I ripped my clothes again.
I mean, essentially, what's happened here is,
They're actually torn open. I've
Yeah.
like reopened.
Yeah.
well,
Ears and stuff.
your shirt is basically gone unless you want to. So for cold,
I wouldn't throw it away. I'll just repair it when I get back.
that's fine.
Please cover it up.
What? I got me some rippling goblin like pecs and stuff.
Rolls.
Yeah.
Rippling Goblin rolls.
So what I need to find on here is
I have a strength of 3.
The more
I'm
than I
well
have.
built. I'm well built for a twig.
oh my.
Strong enough to smack me with a staff.
My cat is about to jump up to see if the chicken is still sitting on the counter.
Oh, that sounds exactly like both of my cats.
The chicken is not still sitting on the counter, but she doesn't know that yet.
She will in a moment.
And then
okay,
she will be
so
mad at you for moving the chicken.
And the rabbits are jumping around happily.
Oh.
Yeah.
so I can't actually find anything on the specifics of the effects of cold. So for now, we are going to ignore that part and just keep in mind that your clothing.
That would only come up if it's actually cold enough to worry about it in the first place. So if we're in a temperate area and it's not actually really cold weather,
It is spring,
be a problem.
so it kind of.
What if somebody pushes you in a river accidentally?
That definitely
Probably.
sounds like something that would not happen with this group at all. Definitely.
I'll end up wet again. Hey, it'll be my first bath in a month. Oh no, it'll be my first bath in a week because I fell in the water last time. That's how I got leeches.
That's true. Yeah, it is true.
I actually don't smell as bad as the squirrel right now.
That's a matter of taste.
So you haven't actually been pushed into the water.
Yeah, you
yet,
can't tell.
So. Okay, so unfortunately, you do not find any food, and just managed to tear your clothing up. So, as the other two are resting up and sleeping, Blatt just comes back after you've woken up, and comes back with no shirt. Shirt's torn up and tucked
It'll
away.
be like over the shoulder or something.
Okay. So that brings us to the nighttime. Two of you have slept. Blatt, I believe if you don't sleep this quarter, you are going to become tired.
My strength is back up to 2
Yay.
because I
Yes,
slept.
because remember, sleeping does restore all of your attribute points if you've got any damage.
Nice.
It will not restore your critical injuries, though.
Oh, I looked up the wrong stat. I looked at survival and was like, ooh, that's agility. I can't take 3 points. It's wits, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
The Riles wits.
It's too late. Sorry, I had to push that roll.
So,
nope. My bad.
I'm actually going to make a note in your critical injury, that
That it went away magically?
nope, sorry.
Oh.
I'm just gonna note in the effect that it is afternoon, so every time we have an afternoon quarter day, you can reduce the healing time by 1 day until it's healed, just so that we can track it a little better. So, it is now night. What would you like to do?
Sleep.
Okay, so if you're eating, go ahead and just roll your food consumable.
Oh.
And as far as eating doesn't actually take a quarter day. So, Skitters and Sorry, do you have anything else that you'd like to do while Blat and presumably Sin are sleeping?
Oh, I have no food. I'm gonna go forage. Or
Okay.
you know what? I'm gonna hunt.
So you're down to 0 as well on your food?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you hunting or foraging?
You know what? She's better at hunting than she is foraging.
Okay.
Oh my god! What the?
And Sorry, you're down. Why'd you roll twice?
Oh, I didn't know I was hitting it.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh no.
So you're down to a D6 now in your food consumable.
Awesome. Cool.
You are all having very great luck with eating today.
This is not great.
At least we had food when we needed it. Now we're out.
So what would you like to... Huh?
Do we not still? I can't see his character sheet, but does Ian's character not still have uncooked units of food? Because I only cooked so many of them.
Let me check.
He should still have at least a couple of units of uncooked, possibly. Because I cooked. I think I managed to cook 1, and that was for him.
I don't see it noted. So, because I remember you had left some behind at your old camp spot.
Yeah.
Which was
we left it
here.
Oh, is that we left it to distract the wolves? Or to make them happier with us or something?
You don't.
I knew we had extra food. I just didn't remember what you did with them. Yeah, because I managed to cook 1, which was enough for him, and the 3 of us just ate raw.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
By the way, I looked into it, and essentially what happens with that is, if you eat it raw, you consume a unit of the raw food, such as raw vegetables or whatever, and you don't have to roll. And if you cook, it turns it into the food consumable.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, so it updates your unit in such a way that you might not actually use it up when you eat it?
Well, when you eat it raw, you essentially
it's gone.
Lower your consumable or the units of that consumable, because the food is a tradable resource essentially.
Yep.
Whereas cooked food becomes the consumable die and increases your die type.
Okay.
All right. So, Sorry, what would you like to do while Skitters is hunting?
Mm-hmm.
And Blat is sleeping.
I was going to try and look at the cat butt. Sorry, I was gonna try and look. I guess we kind of learned everything we were gonna learn about the plants, but they kind of weird Sorry out. But I also I feel like I probably don't get as full. Like if I'm a squirrel and I just eat nuts and then I turn back into a halfling, it's like, I still kind of just ate nuts. So go away, Hammer. So I will forage as well.
Okay, cool. So let's kind of just go left to right as far as the portraits go. So, Skitters, why don't you go ahead and roll for your hunting? First of all, we need to. So, if I pull up hunting, hunt.
Survival.
Um. So, let's see. I assume that you've got a ranged weapon, right?
I have snares.
Okay,
So that's
snares.
okay.
Cool, that works. So first up for hunting is rolling a survival roll to find your prey.
Okay.
Success means you find some kind of prey. Okay, that is a success.
Oh,
Would you like to push to get more successes?
No.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
So go ahead and roll a d6 to find out what kind of prey you find.
Okay.
And you can just slash our d6 in that.
Bear.
1,
Aw.
you find a mouse.
God. You know what? It's what we deal with.
Yeah, so basically multiple successes on your survival roll there gives you multiple rolls on the type of animal.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's fine. He'll
You
do
don't
something.
find nothing.
I found a mouse.
Yep.
A large rat or something.
It's a-
So for this,
Handful of mouse.
Yeah.
you need to roll a so you roll another survival roll since you're hunting with a trap.
Mhm.
And you're gonna get a +1 to your roll here.
+1? Okay.
Yes. And that'll be a
Good.
+1 to the skill.
Okay. All right, let's
Does she
go.
get a bonus snares? Gear bonus?
I think that's what it.
I would say that your you've got snares noted down. So I'll give you a 1 die for your gear bonus.
Okay,
for
gear
that.
bonus. Okay. All right. Come on. Hunt this mouse. Hunt it.
Would you like to push that?
Yes.
Wow.
Rerolling every die there.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. You succeed.
Cool. Oh,
so
good.
you get 1 unit of meat,
All right.
and you do not get pelts from a mouse. Which would be a little awkward, but
It's just like it's probably like just like a bundle of mice at this point. This is what.
so I will note if you eat the 1 unit of meat raw,
Mhm.
then you just consume that unit of meat. If you
Yeah.
cook it, it can potentially become the food resource and last longer.
All right. What?
And you know I can cook.
Yeah. I'll just you just see like Skitters like come back after the night of hunting and just kind of like plop like probably like a bundle of mice at Blat's like. You can make these last, right?
Okay, so which
right.
one of you is going to mark the unit of meat on your inventory?
I'll cook it for her because she hunted it. Who she
Well,
chooses
so
to
at
give
the
it
moment, so
Yeah.
cooking actually takes a quarter day.
Yep.
Um,
I don't think we're in a mega rush to go anywhere
Yeah.
right now.
well,
Yeah,
so right now we're just worrying about
cleared this area out, and people are still recovering.
right now we're just
healing.
worrying about the night.
Mhm.
I mean, you're
Oh.
you're recovered because this is you sleeping for this quarter.
Oh,
day.
she's hunting while I'm sleeping, so when
Yeah.
she comes back, I'm awake again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So for now, for this quarter day, one of you two go ahead and mark down in your gear that you have 1 unit of meat.
And then next time we stop and
Okay.
have
Yeah.
a fire, we can cook
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'll let Blat. Blat have
Because you'll
have it.
definitely have to set up camp before you can attempt to cook. Because
Right.
or possibly you could cook at the inn when you get back to town. So sorry for
Here's
your
some mice. Here, cook these.
sorry for your foraging roll.
they
Go
have
ahead
to
and
let
give
me in.
me. Well, first of all, sorry. Are you foraging for food?
What else can I forage for?
Water. Which I
Yeah,
think
I need
everybody's
food.
good on. Okay, so go ahead and
Yeah.
give me a survival roll.
Roll.
Okay, would you like to push that, or are you fine with 1 success?
I would like to push it.
Okay.
Uh,
So reduce
think
attribute by 1 and then push.
push.
Okay, so you only get one success, so you find 1 unit of vegetables. So go ahead and note in your gear for your inventory 1 unit of vegetables.
That's good.
And vegetables, just like meat, can be cooked to become a unit of food. Or not a unit, it's actually, it increases your die type. Or you can eat the vegetables raw and not worry about the consumable die.
Okay.
Okay, so that concludes the night quarter day. So we get into morning. So everybody's had plenty of sleep now. People have eaten.
I will note this is the time of morning from talking to Ian. This is the time of day that he would hunt, if that's a thing.
Yeah, like right now, Sin
Skipping.
effectively isn't here mechanically. So, like
he's out of alcohol as well, so I'm not surprised he's not hunting. He's just like, nope, you're
Oh,
people.
Oh, he hasn't had. He's been dry for like a couple days. This is not good.
Yep, that's like almost a whole day he's been dry now. So yeah, I'm not. Yeah, let's not
Wants
bother.
to get back to town. I think we all want to get back to town.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So, are you going to use the quarter day to hike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you move 2 tiles over on the map.
Is it? And since the forest is a normal forest again, does it matter if we're going through the forest or if we go around it?
So if you come up here, you can go through without any issues. The forest is still somewhat dense. So,
Okay.
To there.
yeah, you can go through this tile up to here, which would be the 2 hexes for the day.
Okay.
Or for the
I'd say
quarter
to
day.
skim just in case, because as much as things will be returning back to normal, all the animals have gotta be still like antagonistic, just because their entire
Yeah. They might
thing has
still-
been messed with,
Yeah, they're
Okay.
they're gonna be hangry.
and they're likely going to be fighting for who's in control again.
Something I'm
Mhm.
actually going to do on this token is let all players control, so you guys can move the token yourselves to where you'd like to move to.
Yeah, let's go
So-
there and then.
That is the morning quarter day, which will bring us into stop turning it upside down. Which brings us into the afternoon quarter day. So, sorry, go ahead and reduce your critical injuries healing time by 1 day.
Right.
It's this afternoon now. Would you like to continue to hike?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, we may as well. It'll get us that little bit closer to the village.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So,
Go ahead and
over
move
here?
2 tiles closer.
Here.
Yeah,
Would
I'll
that
say
count
that.
as in the forest?
So I'll say that this bottom one is
Mhm.
rough terrain, but you can go through this one without issue.
Okay.
So if you want to go 2, you can wind up here.
Okay.
You want to do that?
easily.
Let's go up.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So at this point, I would like to call everyone to do a water consumable roll, because you haven't been passing by in the rivers and stuff, just to make sure that you drink it.
Okay. Come on. Don't.
I think everybody's got a D12 in water right now, so you're
Yeah.
Yep.
unlikely.
All right.
To... Okay, nobody had to
Okay.
reduce.
Oh.
See, the leeches were worth it.
That's not how that works.
Okay. Which brings us to the evening quarter day. Would you like to continue marching on? I will note that Skitters and Sorry, if you don't sleep this quarter day because your last sleep was in the evening, you'll end up becoming tired at the end of the quarter day. But you are
You
going
guys-
into town
okay.
anyways, so
Yeah. Won't we?
I mean, I think because we're gonna if we keep walking, we'll end up in the town and then we can sleep in the town. Like I don't think anything's gonna attack us there, right? And then maybe like Sin can have a bed.
Yeah. Maybe since Sin's looking
And-
pretty rough, we can like.
Like
I'd
Set
say
'em up.
he's likely to hit the bar first.
if we can see the village,
you can definitely
Like,
see the village.
I'm gonna start slowing down because I don't like villages, but he's gonna start speeding up.
Yeah. So like,
Because
just,
he wants his
he
help.
can, oh, he can smell it. You can smell.
Yeah.
Oh, civilized world. It's just.
So I say we just keep going.
Yeah, let's just go.
Okay, so
And
Skitters and
bacon.
Sorry, do me a favor and mark the sleepy or the tired.
tired.
Condition.
Creepy.
And then
Yep, tired.
either one of these tiles is fine for you to move the player token to.
Sounds like they're having fun in that village.
There we go.
Somebody is. Okay, so you make your way back to the village, and you're seen by a couple people, and people who remember your somewhat odd group. And they do seem to be a little bit surprised, and a couple of them are coming up to you to greet you as you come back.
Also, before they can see us, I would be some sort of like tiny animal.
Okay.
You still a squirrel again?
I'll do weasel. That was fun.
Okay.
Ooh, I like weasels.
Just like riding on skitters or something. Like
Finding a way to weasel your way out of this.
yeah.
Okay, so you make it into the town, and people are coming up to see all of you because they know you had gone in to find out what was going on with the wolves, and several of them are coming up. So, what did you find? Did you find something?
Yep.
Big.
Big ass wolf. Killed it. So, might take a little bit to get calm down, but yeah, the wolf should probably stop just eating all your stuff.
Can we pretend that Sin is talking?
He's drunk and muttering at the back of the party, probably.
Sin has headed straight to the
Just like,
inn
oh, wow.
and is
He's
getting
Well, then
alcohol.
I am hiding
You're gonna have to-
my weasel face in shame as he starts talking. Like, oh my god, why? I'm not gonna talk if I don't have to, but he really should not be talking.
Oh,
This is
not
good.
Great. Oh no.
So just a
Also
tiny
scared.
weasel, like, oh my god.
You're
I will note I do actually have like a manipulation 5 score. As much as I make him across crazy, there's something endearing about me. I'm friendly.
you want to
Unlike most goblins that just try to murder and kill people.
So one thing I am gonna do is Blatt. They see your sword.
No, it is wrapped up, remember. Yep, it is wrapped up and across
But
my
the
back.
handle is pretty wicked looking and obvious.
Yeah.
So Blatt, go ahead and raise your reputation by 1. And
That was good and bad.
yes,
It's a thing.
and one of the villagers is just kind of staring at the sword on your back. And so one of them, so somebody approaches after you say it was a large wolf and you killed it, and it's like, yeah, did you bring any proof? And then just like somebody catches him mid-sentence, just taps him on the shoulder, and points at your back, and points specifically at the handle of the sword sticking over your shoulder.
I'll likely turn round, which obviously will shift the sword out of the way. I'll turn round and is like Skitters behind me or something.
Skitters to find you.
Like, what?
And
She helped.
when you turn around, they kind of gasp a little bit and jump back, having seen like sword a
we'll
little
see the
bit
rest
closer,
of it.
and they're like, we believe you. It's okay. It's okay. We don't need any trouble. And they're looking around a little bit nervous, and they seem to be looking around for guards as well.
Why
Like-
would we be causing trouble? We're
Given your
hungry.
group, you're probably used to how people look when they're looking for a guard.
Yeah, like we know this.
Yeah, we know what that looks like.
What? You said that you're having problems with wolves, so we went and we killed the wolves.
Are they really gone then?
The
Well,
big
the
one.
big one is.
And one of the somebody steps forward and just shouts, "And what are the rest of the beasts?"
They'll go back to where they came from.
You mean the forest animals that live in the forest? They're back to living in the forest.
So he definitely seems somewhat angry and more like he's accusing you of making, like, not actually helping the situation. Basically, it seems like he's trying to say that you going off and killing one wolf isn't going to solve the problem.
Yeah. And I'll point directly at him. Like, yeah. Do you know what a warg is?
He just kind of clams up and nods a little bit.
Right. Warg. Big wolf. Big alpha wolf. If it's ticked off, all the little wolves do what it says. The big wolf was making all the little wolves attack you. So we killed the big wolf. Now all the little wolves will go back to the way they were, which means they should stop attacking your village. See? We're helping.
Go ahead and give me a manipulation
that was
roll.
kind of the point.
And as he's doing this, if he's like talking with his hands, I also am like mocking him. A tiny little hand.
Okay, Black, give me a manipulation roll to see if you can get him to believe your story. Just to make sure that he believes that there was actually a warg that's been slain. And I don't think you're gonna have any modifiers from sorry mocking.
Ah, but I'm cute.
That's
Your cuteness offsets Blatt's blattness.
Okay, so it's just a straight roll then.
probably neutralizes from both Blatt and Skitters. Like are not ideal negotiators.
Yeah, it's a downside of being a race that most people just distrust.
Mm-hmm.
And our drunk is off being drunk somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just went straight
Alright.
to the end to get drunk.
All right.
Would you like to push that? To get any
No, because I
willpower?
don't actually want to injure him.
It wouldn't. I mean, it wouldn't injure.
Oh, I'm sharp-tongued. It would.
Okay.
I will stick with that. I'm happy with just successfully getting across what we're looking to do because I just want to go and get something to eat.
So he kind of just nods to himself, as if he were the one who came up with the idea that maybe you were actually, and he was on your side the whole time. And he just kind of nods to the others and come with me. You did us a service, and we want to pay you back for it. So, do you follow him?
Yeah, Skitter still looks nervous. She doesn't doesn't feel
I
comfortable.
Okay.
I'm
I will
probably
grab your hair and do the ratatouille again and push you toward
Yeah.
follow
she's
the
going.
money.
She's going, but she's like her posture is very like tense.
waiting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm not.
he leads you back
hungry.
to one of the storehouses. And he just said, like, he's got a somewhat sorry look on his no pun intended. He's got a somewhat sorry look on his face, and we can't we don't have a lot of money in this village. We can't pay you in gold, but we can pay you in food and some resources. So assuming you're all good
Yeah.
with this,
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
go ahead and increase your food dice.
Can I make a suggestion?
He just kind of looks at
We,
you.
I think we're happy to be paid in food and stuff. Can I suggest you give our ranger friend something nice to drink?
Okay,
You like
and
that?
Sin will have alcohol. So everyone go ahead and increase your food die 2 types.
Nice. Yay.
So if you're at 0 currently, you should be at a D8.
Ah. Good.
I'm not quite so hungry anymore.
And I should make sure that Sin's gets increased to account for that. Well, Sin is up to a D12 now.
Oh, wow.
Because he was still sitting at a D8.
Also, can I make an extra, somewhat odd request?
He's looking at you again.
Can I use your kitchen? Please.
He looks a little confused and kind of
Wait,
glances at his
We
friend.
were hunting. We got
And
some
then
animal meat and we got some vegetables and it needs cooked.
And then he just nods.
Or if you
And
don't want me
you'll
in your
have permission
kitchen,
to-
I'd appreciate one of your, like, I don't know, your tavern cook or something cooking for us, maybe?
No, it's
think
it's
it-
okay. It's okay. We'll you can use our kitchen. You'll be fine.
Awesome.
And he just kind of nods to his friend being somebody you recognize from the inn, from your previous stay here. And as you take some time, you go back over into the inn. So Blatt, would you like to go ahead and cook now, or do you want to sleep first?
I'm not tired yet, so they've allowed me to use it right now. I'm not going to take the chance of somebody changing their mind or like
Okay.
the housewife being like, "You're not letting a goblin in my kitchen. Are you crazy?" So I'll take advantage of their like hospitality and just use it right now. No, I'll use it properly.
Okay.
I'll not mess the place up. I'll be polite.
Okay. So, the man and his husband let you into the house, allow you to use their kitchen, and even offer you some rooms to stay in. So you get some space to sleep.
Nice.
So, Blatt, if you're going to use your cook ability, does that actually take a full quarter day? How does your cook end up working?
Yeah, it's basically it's a crafting roll.
Okay. Cool.
And depending on how many successes I get, is how many units of food I convert. Or if I have access to a kitchen, I just get a D12
Okay.
because everything there is what you need. If you have the resources, and you have a kitchen.
So
you
when
just make food.
So when it's talking about kitchen, I think it's talking about the fortress kitchen and specifically some stronghold kitchen, and it's
Is it?
Assuming that it's
It
like
just
a
says
stock
a kitchen.
Here, where's the talent itself? General talents and cook.
I should probably have up the
Or
rules.
chef.
shouldn't I? Player's handbook.
Oh no. Okay, so what it's saying is if in a proper kitchen you can cook up to a dozen units. So in this case, you don't have to roll the d6. Essentially, you've got 1 unit of vegetables and 1 unit of meat.
So I just
can
get 2
essentially
units.
make 2 units of food. So
So I don't even
if
have to
you
roll it.
keep-
It's just assume that
Yeah.
all the stuff you need is there. You just do it.
Nice.
Yep.
That's wow. So that's a huge. So as long as you can get access to like an inn's kitchen or something, that's super easy.
yes.
That's
Um,
even better than I thought it was.
So what ends
Wow.
up happening here is, so if you're keeping both units of food, your consumable or food will go up 2 dice type, or if you give it to the others, like
I'm able to cook stuff, so given Skitters hunted and sorry foraged, I'll have made a meal out of both sets units, so it'll be a unit of food made from both.
Mhm.
So it'll be meat and veg, and I'll cook up the food and I will give them each like a unit or like
Okay.
a dice of food each because
So-
it's theirs.
yeah.
The
Sorry,
mouse stew.
and Skitters,
Okay.
go ahead and increase your food die by 1 die type.
Nice. Thank you.
And I am full up.
Nice.
And while he's cooking, I'm still a weasel. I would be in the kitchen, like trying to keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't screw up my vegetables, but I would just pass out like on a flour sack or something, like
Okay.
keep my eyes open. I'm
So,
gonna
sorry is
sleep.
sleeping.
I tried to make sure you didn't.
I seem to, whatever it is, I seem to thoroughly enjoy cooking, and I cook like a halfling.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Because that's who trained me.
Okay. Skitters, are you also going to sleep during this quarter
Yeah,
day?
Skitters is definitely gonna sleep. She's tired, so yeah,
cool.
she's gonna.
So both of you go ahead and clear your sleep, your tired condition.
Just the way I lay things out on the countertops and prepare things and stuff like that, and the way I chop things up, it's like to remind you of if you were to like imagine I wasn't standing there and there was a halfling standing there, it would just fit.
So
I'm also the same the halfling, so
So we're going over into the next morning, quarter day. So you've so people are like visibly less stressed out and upset. People seem to be a little bit in a better mood going around today.
That's good.
No dead bodies showed up overnight.
Yeah, no dead
You're
bodies.
welcome.
Nobody seems to have been mauled by wolves. People are talking, like hunters are going out and finding game again. So the town seems to be in a somewhat better position. you still have two legends that you know of, and they're still in the legends sidebar if you'd like to look at that.
Oh yes.
So you've got
We were within sight of one of them. It was the set of runes to the north of where the
Oh, yes.
for the
wolves were,
first
right?
key to of the Starlight prophecy. And then there's also rumors of a
The
young
noble,
noble.
with the knife.
yes,
Mhm.
down south. So
Eh.
you are in the morning quarter day. Blatt, at this point, actually, because you hadn't taken the quarter day to sleep, you are tired. So what would you like to do for your morning quarter day?
I will gratefully accept the offered bed, and I will fall asleep on the bed, and the sword will be under the pillow with my hand on it. Type that. Yeah, I'm not letting that thing out of my sight.
Okay. Except it's
I
under the
probably use
pillow,
my
and you
as
can't
much
see
as
through
much
the
as they
pillow.
have a pillow. I probably use my pack as my pillow because I'm just used to it and it's comfy. But the sword is like amongst that bundle. For somebody to take the sword off me, they're likely going to wake me up.
Okay.
So I
So
don't trust. The only guys I arguably trust are these guys.
okay.
For now.
Skitters and Sorry. Well, actually, you know what I think we'll do? Rather than treating that as a morning day, we'll kind of combine that all since you are in
Okay.
a town at the moment.
Yeah,
So
just rest up
we'll
as much
just
as
go ahead and
possible.
assume everybody's had sleep. And so going into this first morning day, or this first quarter day as the morning quarter, you just assume that you have slept. And you've
Nice.
also
Or passed out.
you've also had food and water and possibly alcohol at the tavern. So what would you like to do with this first quarter day? So you're all kind of on a fresh-ish slate, except for Sorry, whose nose is still a bit tinged.
Oh. Oh, we saw those ruins up north. Should we go to those?
Does the town have a herbalist or a veterinarian?
Why do you ask?
Because I'd have got up slightly earlier and gone to talk to one of them and ask if they have something for, say, to deal with like quite serious like chemical burns on animals. You know, like a really badly burnt nose from like like acidic type stuff.
Go ahead.
Like a salve or something.
Let's see if there's.
Do not be nice to me.
Why not? You helped protect me against the sword, and you gave me food to make. What? You've been nice to me so far. You're snarky as hell, but you're nicer than any of my.
No, I'm not being nice to you. I'm using you.
You are nicer to me than any person in my tribe ever was my entire life.
Okay, well, you're useful.
And you haven't tried to kill me yet.
Maybe I'm just really bad at it.
That's possible.
That's all right. So long as you continue to be bad at killing me, we'll get on fine.
Black, go ahead and give me a manipulation roll just to see.
Okay. That one. Aww.
Would you like to push it?
Oh.
See if you can convince somebody to direct you to some sort of local herbalist.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Because I actually do want to get her something to like help her out.
Okay.
There we go. Cool.
So it takes a little while, but you do manage to find somebody early in the morning.
I just have trouble finding people that will really talk to me for any length of time, aren't I? Say the usual.
Yeah. So after a little bit, you do manage to find somebody who offers you a salve of some kind.
I'm asking people for a salve for people, and they're just like, huh? And then I'm like, wait a minute, and I'll ask them for a salve for my pet.
Oh.
That's likely how I push it. I go around asking people because my pet's injured and I need a salve for it.
Okay. So let's play this out as you come back to Sorry with a salve for a pet for treating the burn.
Would you still be in animal form?
Probably until you wake me up.
Okay. I will. What animal form are you in?
I am still snoring as a weasel in the kitchen, like curled up in a flour sack.
Okay. Right.
I'm
I'm
like-
smart enough to know that weasels can really hurt if you startle them because those things have got like claws. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm likely sort of like a long stick or something. And I'll just be like, I'll not prod you with it. I'll be like, push it against you, and like rock you slightly. Morning. Wakey, wakey.
You just see Skitters like kind of crawl up from like her head underneath the bed. It's like, what is it?
Oh, I didn't notice you under there. I was trying to wake up. Sorry.
I get all of the stretching and
It's
yawning
morning.
as
It's morning. You probably both get up and get some breakfast or something. But I've got a surprise for you. Sorry.
and I don't trust that, so I will be a halfling again. Like,
That's both weird and awesome.
will I think that it's a good surprise?
I hope so. I know. He spent me like the entire morning trying to find it. And I'll hand you what is obviously like an almost like pre-made poultice type thing. I'll be like, I spoke to some of the local villagers and asked them if they had something to deal with like really bad burns on like animals and stuff, and they gave me this. It should help with your nose.
But you went and spoke to people?
Yeah, they're actually quite friendly now. They know that we helped them.
And it worked.
It took a while. Nobody really wants to talk to a goblin. But if you're persistent enough, people will finally talk to you just to get rid of you. What? I'm used to dealing with like animals, like wolves and wargs and stuff like that. Back when I was living with like my own kind and stuff like that, and it seems all right. You have a poke at it and see if it's all right for. He just said to like spread it on the wound and then like pack it over a little bit and then leave it on for a couple of hours or something, and it should like try and like. Is it the way you described it's like a burning out pain, so it should like draw some of the heat out of it? I mean, the swelling goes down and stuff. It made sense.
Yeah, okay.
Does Sorry attempt to use this?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and reduce the time remaining on your critical injury by 1. It does seem to help soothe the injury.
Ah, nice.
And the whole time, Sorry is just like, there's nobody in her life that she would like purposely go and talk to strangers for.
Honestly, once you're putting it on and you seem okay, and you're definitely just woken up and you seem quite, I'll probably just leave you guys to it, and I'll go and like see about breakfast or something since they've just woken up.
Yeah,
But your response when you say it definitely feels a bit better. I'm like, cool,
Yeah.
I'll go see about breakfast, and I'll just sort off.
Yeah, once you leave, Skitters,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
did you tell him to do that?
No, he did that on his own.
Why?
I think he
Right?
might. Well, I think he might think you're his pack or part of his pack or something.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
At least you know he won't stab you in the back. He's had ample opportunity to all night.
I'm sure. Yeah. Wow. I mean, it does feel better though. Does it look better?
It
still
smells
a
like
bit-
medicine. It smells like medicine.
Definitely
I can
smells
still
like
see.
medicine.
But does it look better?
Give it time. It's gonna take a little while for it to heal.
Okay.
Don't touch it.
Oh.
It's gonna make it worse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Cool.
He obviously did talk to them, because if he didn't talk to them, there'd be a lot more noise.
Yeah,
Probably a lot more weapons.
like I don't think he stole it.
No.
Why wouldn't he just steal it?
So people don't chase him. I think people already don't like him, so.
Yeah, I know.
Skitters would actually be aware that Blatt is actually more than capable of stealthing and stealing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, small.
Yep, and you've seen me do it at least once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as good as you are, but...
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on him.
Cool.
If he
So
does
we'll
any
go
other
ahead and-
weird stuff.
We'll go ahead and fast forward a little.
I come back with breakfast. If the locals will give me breakfast, then I'll come back with breakfast. Because they did say
people seem
give us meals.
like, with the hunters coming back and reporting that game has returned to the forest and that nobody was mauled by a wolf in the past evening, like people seem to be around all of you seem to be in better spirits and thankful to you.
I think people respond to him actually quite pleasantly and stuff like that. Blatt will be like on a high.
Yeah,
He's just in a really good mood.
Yeah,
That was the
they're
cat trying to get
being
on the
quite-
counter. She finally tried.
I think
It's like an attempt failed.
I think Skitters is unnerved by this like change in posture from the people, so she just like looks at them, just kind of squints at them a little bit. She doesn't hiss at them, but she just kind of like looks leerily at them.
Okay. Yeah. So, what would you like to do with your morning quarter day?
Do we think that like this people in this small town would know anything about this thing that we're gonna look for?
If they know anything
They
about those
likely wouldn't know
ruins.
anything about the like if you brought up the Starlight engine or the Starlight prophecy or anything like that, they would have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, but they'll
It's
probably know
possible
where
that
the
you could
ruins are.
Get some ideas about the ruins.
Yeah, we can maybe ask them, see what they know about it.
Yeah.
Any local folk tales about them?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Any
ask
rumors?
the hunters, ask like the people that run the inn if they've like heard of anybody that's passed by it or
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Who is doing the asking?
Oh dear God, no.
If Sin is now in a stupor, it's like I'm guessing it's either me or Sorry.
Yeah, I'll
will-
say as far as the game is concerned, like Sin basically for the rest of this session treat him as like always in the background.
An
doing
NPC.
something. Yeah.
The hireling, yeah. If nobody else is going to do the talking, Blatt will quite happily just talk to
No.
people. Anyone that
If
will
you
talk
really
to him,
want a
he will
real
talk to.
awkward situation, you send Skitters in there and like,
I will do the talking now that I see like I can tell that these people are not going to like put me in jail.
Mhm.
So I will talk to like one person at a time.
Okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and treat this as a manipulation roll in general to get information. Are you going to allow Blatt to talk at all and help, or are you kind of like every time he opens his mouth, just kind of covering his mouth with your hand?
We will
That's
start.
unlikely.
Let's start with the hunters, and I will let him try and talk with the hunters because like
Okay.
he understands animals and stuff.
So basically, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna just do one roll for all of it in general,
Okay.
as a manipulation
nice.
roll. If you are the one kind of taking the lead, you'll go ahead and roll. But Blatt, if he's allowed to talk at all, will give you
Yes.
a die as helping.
He will be allowed to talk, and that
So-
will balance out my -1 to
Yes.
manipulate.
Yes.
what?
I definitely like. I want to stop him from talking, but he just did like this really nice thing for me, so I feel like I shouldn't, but like I'm like holding
It's
my breath
difficult
every
having
time
a
he opens his
conscience.
mouth, and not just because it's stinky. Like I can let him do this. It's fine.
Having a conscience is difficult.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
What's the conscience?
Would you like to push that manipulation
Oh
roll?
my god. Dice.
Wait,
come
do you
on.
not have skills for manipulation?
It,
I do.
Sorry,
it's
manipulation.
a 0.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So you're only
Don't.
rolling ability dice.
Yeah,
Would you like to push that?
sure.
Do it.
Okay.
Oh my! No one knows.
Unfortunately, you spend the whole morning looking around, trying to talk to different people, getting rumors about it. But basically everything that you're hearing, like you just get all kinds of conflicting information. Some people that say that the ruins are haunted. Some say that it's nonsense that they're haunted. Some say that that gnolls used to live there. Some say that the gods themselves built it. Just so many conflicting rumors. You're not able to get a consistent beat on anything with
It
them.
could all be true.
Yeah, I'm just going
Everything
to
is
assume that it's all true. Ish.
I've an idea. You know who we haven't spoken to yet?
Who?
The children?
Who's the person you want to talk to in a village or a town or a city or a camp or something? Who's the person that usually has the most information about stuff of old?
The old
Oh.
people.
People. Yeah. See, we're thinking the same.
It's a
Wait,
thing that's happening.
We haven't talked to the elder, have we? And we're not going to get to talk to him unless we ask.
Well,
You
so
should
I would say that this would have been part of the manipulation role because you're essentially you're spending the morning trying to gather information within the town.
Yeah.
Right, so do we
unless
actually
you'd
get
like
to
to
talk to the elder and he dispenses some of the
Mm.
crap, so we're left going,
It's like
So what I'll say is, if you'd like to do that, you can spend the afternoon quarter day taking the time trying to get in contact with the elder and talk with them. If you'd like to basically take
Yep.
another attempt.
I will walk straight up to a town guard and go, hello, who's the town elder? And how do we get to speak to him, please?
He just kind of narrows his eyes and is suddenly wary again. Because, yes, you helped, but at the same time, just
Just the town
randomly
elder.
asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I would have just picked a random guard. If I could find, like, the town captain or something like that, straight up to him.
Okay, so it sounds like Blatt
the
is
person in
taking the
charge.
lead here. So, Blatt, go ahead and give me a manipulation roll.
Okay. I have no fear.
Yep.
And no idea what the word propriety means.
Yep.
Would you like to push that?
Yes.
Okay.
It was an attribute thing, I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Push.
Okay. You take 1 point.
Was
to your
that
wits.
manipulation's empathy, right?
Oh, empathy. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Ow, that hurts. But my will check is up by 1.
Yes, it does. And after a little bit, like it's a little bit surprising, but Blatt actually manages to coax the village elder out to talk to him.
Us. It would be to speak to us. I
Is
would have included
everybody
the group
going?
in it.
Okay, cool. So they make sure to do it in a somewhat public area where there's lots of witnesses. And it takes a little bit. Like you spend a couple hours trying to get an audience with him, and then talking with him, and the rumors that you've been hearing all morning, like most of the people just are spooked and never ever go near those ruins, and they've kind of just made up stories. The truth is that a couple of years ago he had some scouts go check it out, and it seemed to be of dwarven make. And at the time, like nobody, like it seemed completely unoccupied, but there was like they didn't dare go too deep into the ruins. There was all kinds of just weird stuff that happened there. Recently, some like they keep an eye on the area because this is pestilence and dangerous, weird stuff always seems to happen in ruins in fantasy settings, because we are genre aware. So he's been keeping an eye on it with just kind of rotating scouts, and it seems like some gnolls and possibly an ogre have taken up occupancy there recently.
Ogre.
Wow, those things smell worse than I do. Dang it.
Much worse.
They're very big and very angry.
They hit harder too. How many gnolls? Like just a couple? Pack?
It seems that the ogre has 3 or 4 of them that work for him.
They're organized? Wait, are they organized?
Oh, that's the worst. They're not even orcs.
That's why it's funny. all these big, nasty, gross things are the same to Sari.
Okay.
Gnolls, they're not the smartest of creatures, but they're not dumb.
No.
And they're greedy
Yes.
and violent. They're like they're bullies, basically.
Okay, so you're describing yourself.
Oi,
Oi?
how I look a dog to you?
Maybe if we do the same thing that we did with the war, kill the ogre. Maybe the gnolls won't.
The other possibility is that if you time it right, or you like, no, the gnolls will probably like, go out to like try and steal stuff or do stuff and things like that. Pick them off as they're like, patrolling.
They probably have the same thing with the wolves. Maybe they'll go out and look around, hunt.
Yeah.
Because they've probably been
Except unlike the wolves, which were kind of like forced and were just natural. Gnolls are just like kind of evil. Maybe just kill them.
Yes.
I mean,
Do the region a favor.
I don't want to stay in town, but like, can we take them? Like,
If we're smart about it, yeah.
oh, okay.
Well,
quiet.
If we're
if
smart
we can
about it, we're doomed.
If we're quiet.
If we can get emo boy out of his caps for more than 5 minutes, we should be all right.
Probably be fine. Just make sure he still has something to drink.
Yeah, because this time we should probably make sure he's got extra. But if he's with it, then he's a good shot. He'd probably kill a couple of them before they get to us. Depends how tough they are.
Right.
But he's also the one we want, either him or you doing your sneaky flyy thing. If you can get a good look at what we're coming up against, go in with better information than they have.
See how many there actually are.
Something that the village elder does do is at one point, are you all discussing all this while he's there? Or are you
Probably.
Yeah, probably. There's
Okay.
very much tact as far as
So as soon as he kind of hears you start talking about taking them out, he does speak up and he says, if you can take them out, because they're an ogre and some gnolls gathering in the ruins, that doesn't bode well for our little town. If you can take them out, we would be happy to compensate you. We don't have much money here, but our town produces a lot of furs for trade, and I'm sure those would be valuable.
Honestly, sir, a mixture between just general food and water and some furs. I don't know about the rest of them, but it sounds good to me.
that sounds fine.
Yeah, I mean, we can sell the furs.
We'll make stuff out of them.
Sell the furs or use them. They're both good.
Heck knows every 5 day I manage to rip this stuff every often. Actually, I should fix this, shouldn't I? Damn it.
That's true. You
Forgot.
haven't fixed your shirt yet.
I'll likely be wearing it again, just still torn because we've been sleeping in a house and all that. So it's not like I'll have noticed the cold.
Okay.
And it wouldn't bother me, like, you know, if I was sleeping back in an actual goblin camp, half the time you're running about without stuff on anyway. So
Okay, so I think what we'll do here is we'll go ahead
You
and
were
take
a
our break now.
toddler.
We're at about an hour and a half roughly. So we'll take our break here for our halfway point, and when we get back, we can decide what we want to do for the afternoon. Or well, actually, speaking of, sorry, this is the afternoon quarter, so lower your healing time by 1. And then we'll figure out what to do in the evening quarter day when we get back from the break. So we will be back in, I'll say, 5-10 minutes roughly.
All right.
And we'll see you soon. And we are back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to part 2 of episode 3 for Starlight Society. Our party has just learned that the ruins that the prophecy speaks of to the north are potentially occupied by some nasty critters. An ogre leading a small pack of gnolls in the area. So we come in and we've got, you've just used the afternoon quarter day, so it is now evening. What would you like to do with this quarter day?
Do we hand it off?
We've gone a morning and we've done stuff in the morning. We spent an awful lot of the afternoon finding out information, blah blah blah. So at this point, we're now either resting or we'd be resting or camping, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
I say we start walking.
Yeah, let's just get going. Like,
So
I mean, I
will
don't
note,
care
by
if
the
it's
way,
nighttime.
I will count, since you're in the village, I will count you as having eaten and had water, so you're not going to have to worry about your consumables at the moment.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're full up. We have like some food to take with us. Yeah.
So just double step.
Yep.
Just
Double step.
get moving.
Do it.
Okay.
I don't know that dance.
So, where do you want to go?
So
this way?
switching the cams over to the table.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah.
You
Free
used
to
to
do
half.
it. Yeah.
Sorry's used to the half step.
Oh, God.
Funny because it's true.
Okay,
I mean,
so-
Sorry doesn't necessarily have to walk because Sorry can just turn into like something small and just kind of like hitch a ride on any one of us.
Sorry can just sleep in any quarter day while the others are walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I guess yeah, that would help.
But-
Yeah.
But then I'm not being useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Well,
an option.
On the
Like,
points
I
you're
can't do
not
that.
sleeping, you can be paying attention if like you turn into a bird or a hawk up and stuff like that. You can definitely be like the lookout thing.
Yeah, I mean, once
You'll see things coming from
Closer.
miles away.
I can do Hawk's Eye, is it again?
Mhm.
Yeah. And I can see like exactly where we're going and
Oh,
it's kind of cheat looking.
and you almost forgot something. During one of our quarter days where we were spending time not really doing anything, I was actually going to spend XP and upgrade one of my spell ranks, please.
Okay, go for it.
Because that's, I believe, exactly when I have to do it as well. It's during like quarter day down
Well, it's technically during a sleep.
or a rest.
Yeah,
Okay.
sleep or rest. But yeah, you're fine. Go ahead and do that. So you've come. It's another 20 kilometers because each of these hexes is 10 kilometers, which is a strange scale to use, but
Right?
So,
How long is a kilometer? Who even knows? It's made up.
it's like 1,000 meters, but what even is a
What's
meter?
a meter?
Is that
Like
like
this much, right?
I don't
How
how many is 1,000?
That brings us to the night's quarter day. Would you like to continue marching on, or are you gonna get some sleep?
We're better being fully rested regardless of what happens.
Yeah.
So I think
Or should
we're
we
gonna
get-
err on caution, and we want to get like scouting in well ahead of time.
Yeah. The closer we get, the more chance something bad's gonna happen. So sleep while
Yep.
we can.
Okay, and we will treat Sin as keeping an eye out. Luckily, the
I
area
was gonna
you're
say, I can-
currently in.
I can watch if Sin needs to sleep, if everybody else needs to sleep, and then I'll just
I'll
sleep
say
while
the
walking.
area that you're currently in, you're not really in much danger here.
Okay.
So at the moment, you're fine. So everybody manages to get some sleep. Nobody's at risk of being tired. Which brings us back around to the morning. What would you like to do? Continue making your
good.
way? Are you gonna scout or anything? What are you gonna do?
Let's get closer and then we can scout. Like,
I mean, I can see from horizon to horizon
Mhm.
with Hawk's Eye.
So are you gonna go ahead and cast that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I will. I will become the hawk. Let's see. I will become a God, I don't even know. I'll just do a red tail talk. They're
Okay.
they're kind of kick ass.
Okay. So go ahead and cast your Hawk's Eye spell.
That did not do the right thing.
Right, let's see. No.
And roll.
Okay.
So you cast it at power level 1. Do you have a bird's claw?
I do. I also am
Okay.
currently a bird.
Okay.
Ow.
So power level
Don't break
2
it
then,
now.
because of the ingredient. And let's see, distant range, everything from horizon to horizon. You see details and can identify specific people. Okay, so you could actually get a pretty good view of the ruins up here. At the moment, there doesn't seem to be much going on outside, but you can see that like a lot of it's overgrown, but you can see kind of going into it, it's been cut away somewhat roughly. And keeping an eye out as you're going and as you're marching.
Okay.
Like, I'll let you know after you move again if there's any more activity, because so far you're just now in the morning. So if you take your quarter day hiking, and how long? Oh, it lasts for 1 turn, which is 15 minutes roughly.
Yeah, so I just see
So yeah,
what's happening now.
yeah, you kinda
I'll
see-
stay as a hawk and I'll just keep like kind of fly up and look, because now that I know like where their path probably is,
Mhm.
I'll just kind of like see if as we get closer I can see that
Okay.
as a regular bird.
Okay. All right. So oh, that's right. Okay. So you push through. And what would you like to do for the morning quarter day? Are you going to continue marching forward, or?
When do we need to eat? Are we coming up on that?
So you left in the evening. So the latest before you'd start getting hunger is in the evening, but you can eat whenever you like. Like, it doesn't take a quarter day to eat. You can just kind of do it incidentally.
Let's just keep going then, I guess.
Going, yeah.
Okay.
Straight up to it.
All right, we're almost there.
Okay, so yeah, you make your way over. You're still like you're getting there. Another.
I'm gonna be a grosser bird. I'm gonna be like a turkey vulture.
Nice.
Okay.
I will go as we're moving. As we're moving, I will be collecting pebbles and storing them in pouches around my person.
Okay.
That's not a pebble. That's a turd.
No,
Which
those are
brings
definitely
us-
pebbles.
which
No, it's
brings us
called
around-
coprolite, and
I'm running while I pick them up, so I'm pebble dashing.
So as you're going, that does bring us to the afternoon. So sorry, go ahead and reduce the time remaining by 1 on your critical injury.
guess what?
Hey, are you almost? You're
This
good?
is now 1 day.
Oh, one day.
Is it looking any better? I feel like it looks better. Like I can't see it.
Yep. Your nose is about the right size again.
I forget that I'm a turkey vulture when I'm doing this, and so you can't understand what I'm saying. But I'm just like putting my face in your face.
Yes, I don't know what you're saying, but it's cute.
Okay. So for the afternoon quarter day, what would you all like to do?
Now that we're within spitting distance, I definitely want to burp and then go up and
Bird.
go up and fly around a little bit and
Okay.
see if anybody's using this thing that I think is a path.
Are you casting your Hawk's Eye?
Yep.
Okay. So go ahead and spend another willpower point.
Because I don't know anything about
and
these things.
Power level doesn't actually affect anything on here, so there's no need to roll again. So you fly up and you take a look, and you can definitely see somewhat large canine footprints, as well as even larger, just like somewhat round massive footprints that you might expect from an ogre.
Ah.
It
Yep.
doesn't look like anybody is out and doing anything right now. But yeah, you can definitely see a clear path coming from the west, leading up this way, going in towards the center of the ruins right here, and they seem to be. It kind of looks like, and you can see different areas where they've got like corpses of animals hung up to dry. And basically, it looks like they're setting up camp here, and like they're intending to do something from here.
But I still haven't seen any actual anything.
Correct. Nobody has come out this morning or now this afternoon.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'll go back and tell everybody this. Turning back into a halfling, and I will walk now. So I guess they're nocturnal. Like, there's a path from like in the west, so maybe like we don't want to go up through the west.
No.
But I haven't.
Place where they can't see us.
There's footprints, and there's like animal corpses, but I haven't actually seen anything moving around.
Oh, they're probably there. They're probably inside. We can't see them. So yeah, let's not use the trail. Let's go around.
Trying to be sneaky.
Let's be sneaky and go to the east.
Mhm.
Maybe come up on. I don't know. I mean, how smart are these things? Like,
So,
As smart as we are.
Ogres
The
and
ogres
gnolls
usually
aren't
the ogres are
super
usually
bright.
dumb as bricks, but the gnolls could be I don't know, they're animalistic, but they're not dumb. Smart as a dog?
Smart as we are, I guess.
hey,
Not that smart.
it looks like
No.
they're setting up camp. Like,
Smart enough to probably scent us. So if we're like downwind, no, upwind, whichever side they can smell us from, then yeah, they'll probably smell us. And you know, like any animal that like scents prey, yeah.
well, it's a good thing none of us smell like humans.
No.
And we all just look at Sin, and he smells like alcohol.
Yeah.
He just smells like, yeah.
It's
See,
just kind of
that might
stumbled over down.
actually work against them because ogres like a good drink. Complete and utter bollocks, but I probably think they like drink because they're always stealing ale off smaller creatures.
So, what would you like to do? It is evening, so this will be the evening quarter day.
Is it like we move one if we're being stealthy?
No, what we'd probably do is, unless you go like straight into the middle here, you're unlikely to encounter anyone. You're fine. If you go up to here, which it doesn't count as rough terrain, it's still open terrain, so you'd be able to go around that way, which it sounded like you were talking about doing, coming from the east.
Yeah.
What you do is you do your hike now,
Yeah.
and then your nighttime activity, unless you're sleeping right there, your nighttime activity essentially would be explore, in which case we treat this as an adventure site and we kind of go down rather than focusing on the quarter day timing, go into more of a local timing.
Okay. That sounds like a good plan.
But I will note that if you do that and you go there immediately, like you're going to start getting tired.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we are.
Given the path in from the bottom right hand side, I figure we go like, actually double step, go straight north, which puts us out of the normal like roaming path and gives us a viewpoint and gives
actually,
us a
you know
single
what? Something
step.
I should note. You've spent 2 quarter days moving today, which actually is, I think, the limit without doing a forced march.
Okay.
Let me take a look at hike because it's been a little bit, and we haven't had this much travel at once yet.
Right.
Forced
Okay.
march, you can hike for 2 of the quarter days without problem. If you need to, you can push yourselves to and hike for a 3rd quarter day, and requires that everyone makes an endurance roll. If you fail, you suffer a point of agility damage and are unable to hike during that quarter day. Instead, you must rest or sleep.
Guess who's not good at endurance?
Oh yeah.
It's the
Probably
one with the
most of you.
tiny legs.
Oh.
Right. So it's everyone has to do it, and if anyone fails, either everyone stays put or the group ends up split between two zones.
Mhm.
Basically.
Cool.
Let's not do.
Right, so why
This
don't
looks
we
like a good
rest?
place to camp.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna use the evening to set up camp.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We'll go for a dark camp because
Yeah.
you know what on to know we're here.
okay, makes sense.
And have somebody on watch.
Yeah.
So who is going to roll to make camp? This will be a survival roll.
To make camp survival.
I can do that. I'm not bad at it.
I can do that. I'm pretty okay at it, so I guess I can try it.
Okay,
Nope,
Skitters.
nope.
And then...
I'm gonna do it.
You can do it. Okay.
While you guys are talking about who's gonna do it, I'm just gonna start doing it.
So
Look, it's done.
Sari's gonna roll for this, and then the other two are gonna be helping then.
Mhm.
So you get +2
Yeah.
for the other two's help.
In skill level.
Yes.
Sorry, guys, already done.
Would you like to push that, or are you good with
Yep.
just the success?
Yep, I'm gonna push that. So
Okay.
one less on each.
Yep. All right. So you got 2 successes.
Nice.
So you managed to set up your camp, and you'll
2
be
hits
able
damage.
to
And
be
2
able to
willpower.
sleep. It's fine. Okay, so you set up your camp. You're good. And that brings us to the nighttime quarter day. I assume that you're gonna all sleep. And essentially, what we'll treat it as having happened is Sin will have slept while you were all setting up camp, and then now
Okay.
Sin will be
Okay, sounds good.
keeping, standing guard while you all sleep.
That sounds good.
So in the morning, as you all wake up, by the way, you'll all need to roll food and water.
Okay, food and water. Okay, let's do it.
That's a lot of them. I'm good.
All right, I lose a food.
Yep.
All right,
And you're good
so
on
I'm
water
down a
still.
D. Yep. Okay, that's still good. Good shape.
So, as you wake up, Sin was throughout the night keeping an eye on the ruins, and the evening while you were setting up camp, you didn't really have time to keep an eye on things. But at night, Sin definitely noticed that there was activity coming from the ruins. It's still 20 kilometers away, so it's like kind of a good distance to try to see. So, and at night, no less, as a human, not really getting very great vision. But it did seem like there was activity last night around
Okay.
the ruins. And now we come into the morning quarter day. And what would you like to do?
So look on our little ruin that we have over here. Finish up that hike and then see what we can see.
So you come up to here, and as they're walking, I will be flying.
Okay.
I'm not going to cast the spell this time, but I'm just going to make sure that they're doing the same thing. This is morning, right? Make sure that, again, like, nobody's out and about.
Sure. So you make your way up there. And I'm going to adjust the map for viewers a bit. You make your way over here, and yeah, just like you saw yesterday, there does not seem to be much activity during. There's no activity right now during the day. So I'm going to treat your afternoon activity.
He's so cute.
Yeah, I got a bunch of really cute tokens
Aw,
on here, and
too
I'm
bad I
very
can't
happy
kill
with them.
I love it.
So I'm going to treat your afternoon activity as exploring, which is going into the adventure site here.
Okay.
So
Adventure.
as you finish your hike, you come up upon these large stone ruins. A lot of the area is overgrown with grass, except where the gnolls and the ogre have kind of cleared out. They're somewhat half circle in shape in terms of like the layout along the ground, just like you see on the map there. I'll move him out of the way so you can see more. The main tower, like most of the place is overgrown. It's not very intact. It's kind of knocked over. The main tower in the center, however, where the gnolls and the ogre seem to be acting out of, do seem to be relatively stable. Keeping an eye on the place, like, you don't get that oppressive feeling that you got before with the Nightborg.
Okay.
And you don't really, like, you can smell and you can obviously see in the little clearing that they've made, there are some, like, uncharacteristically somewhat for gnolls and ogres, they seem to have been preparing and like stripping the carcasses to get ready to or to get them ready, essentially.
Ready
And-
to eat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, like, you can see there's a large fire pit in the middle with a very rough kind of metallic cauldron of some kind. It
So
looks
some
like
sort
somebody
of
was making a stew.
Community?
It looks like somebody was making a stew of some kind. And yeah, it looks almost more like a human camp than you'd expect from an ogre and some gnolls. So what would you like to do? Although I will note, so right now we're going to go into kind of dungeon time, essentially, where
Okay.
essentially things operate in turns, and a turn is roughly 15 minutes, give or take.
So there's a stew, but there's nobody
It's
around.
more, it's not. It's
Oh, there's
less
a
that
bucket that they
current
cook it.
stew, but it seems more like somebody had made stew and eaten some.
Okay. I will tell my people, hey, so I have a poison. Wait, first of all, are we sure that we need to kill all of them? Probably.
Maybe. Who knows? Unless you have another option. We can't take all of them if they're aggressive.
Well, I mean, I have like a crazy making poison. I don't really remember what it does, but I wrote down hallucinogenic poison. It was like the one thing that I bought that I've been carrying with me.
Poison made from mushrooms.
So I like if we're
It
sure
would
that-
make them more pliable if we were to talk to them as well. So I don't see a
Okay.
downside.
Okay, sure. So maybe somebody will just maybe I'll just sneak in and I can put the poison in their food pot and then sneak out.
Is that what you like to do?
Unless somebody else wants to do it.
I can do it. You were bait last time. It's okay.
Yeah, and I am not good at stealth.
No, I can. So
Okay.
just pour it in, right? Is that how that works?
Probably, yeah. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And don't like don't get caught.
That shouldn't be a problem.
If you're not sure, sneaking into orc, ogre, and camps like this, kind of like standard practice for gubbos. But up to you. That
Yeah, like if something sees you, just be like the scary skitters.
Yes.
And then be like,
This isn't my first time sneaking. This isn't my first time sneaking into a camp.
Nah. Given who's in this camp, if you think they've seen you, run like buggery. Because they ain't getting scared of you, sis. They're just likely to eat you.
Okay, so your plan here is to sneak up and pour the poison into the pot in the center.
and then wait for them to eat it.
Okay, so I will note you've somewhat worked out that they're nocturnal in terms of their activity. Right now it's afternoon. So basically, your plan here is to what? Put it in and then just wait until the evening and night, see if they come out and eat it, or
Yeah, just observe them maybe also.
Yes.
okay.
Just make sure like if we don't have to fight them, we don't have to fight them, but just
Because we still
on our own
don't even
terms.
know what they're doing. What,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, it could be the people
they're
like
not the bad guys?
Skitter doesn't like town people either, so you know. This won't kill them at least. Well, at least.
All we know is that we're looking for the first key to the secrets of the Starlight engine.
Mhm.
So, like, I, if they don't even know what's here, like maybe this is just convenient for them, and then they're like, "Yeah, I don't care about whatever this key is, just go away." And we're like, "Cool, yeah, we'll take the key and go away," and then like nobody has to get hit or anything.
But this they can make sure with like she holds up the vial, like we can make sure that's on our terms.
Yeah, no, it's a great plan. It's a great plan.
All right.
Good
Okay.
plan.
So, Skitters, since you're the one doing the sneaking, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Okay.
Looking
A
in there.
Skitter's roll.
So essentially, this roll is determining like you're sneaking in and pouring it in. Are you trying to do anything special to mask the presence of the poison?
She's just gonna. I think she's gonna stir it thoroughly. Just make
Okay.
sure try and dilute it as much as possible throughout the entire thing, so it's not just sitting on the surface.
Okay.
I don't know what else she could do to mask it, but like I
And
think
by
that's
the way,
what she's
I
gonna
found
try and
the
do.
details
It does
for the
say that
hallucinogenic
it's-
poison on 114.
It-
Pull that up.
Well,
What?
in 14.
It's made of herbs. So, like, yeah, maybe stir that to the bottom.
Yeah,
'Cause I
just
don't
thoroughly
think
spend
they're-
some time stirring the.
I don't think they're seasoning their stew.
Yeah.
They're like,
114.
maybe
yeah,
toss some grass in.
Go ahead and give me a sneak roll.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what we have to do. Sneak.
And I'll
Wait,
say
can
since
I-
you're doing it during the day,
Mhm.
go ahead and have a +1.
Okay.
on your skill.
Oh, I can't cast Cat's Paw on you. I can only do it on me.
Okay, this should. I have enough dice. Hopefully, this should. Okay.
Would you like to push that for more successes and to gain some willpower, or are you good?
I will. You know what? I will push it just because.
Okay. So -2 ability and -1 skill.
So minus 1 ability, 2 ability, and 1 skill. Okay.
Okay, so that's 3 successes. And you do gain a point of willpower, and you take
Okay.
1 point of damage to whatever, I think it's agility.
Yep. Okay.
Um,
I'm okay with that.
so you make your way over into this where they've kind of set up camp, and looking around it, like you notice they actually are seasoning, which is very, very weird
Mhm.
for gnolls and an ogre. And it like even the tools, they're very crude tools. Like it looks
Yeah.
like somebody's carved a knife from stone, essentially, just very roughly. But it seems like they're using basic tools and everything.
Mhm.
There is still some of the stew left in. It actually kind of smells good. You pour the poison in and you stir it around. You've managed to not attract any attention during this. Would you like to do anything before going back over to your group and waiting for the evening?
I'm just gonna kind of like Skitter's just kind of like intrigued by the tools. This is more than she was expecting from ogres, and no, she's gonna kind of look through their stuff. She can get a better idea of what's going on.
Maybe take some of it.
So
Just kind of like just rummage through it, see if you can get a better idea if these are maybe not actually gnolls or ogres or maybe people pretending.
So you look around, and you actually see there's a large salt rock that's also been kind of crushed up in parts. So it seems like some of the seasoning is actually salt, among other things. And yeah, like this looks very sophisticated compared to what most people expect from ogres in particular, and gnolls who tend to kind of just eat things raw.
Yeah.
And most of it, like, it seems a little bit strange for them. But yeah, it does look like fairly primitive tools. You look around, and as you're digging around, you actually find what looks like a very large leather-bound book. And as you pop it open, you can
Skitters
actually
also
see
can't read.
it's-
Skitters
oh,
can't
Skitters
read.
can't read. Okay.
No.
So, yeah, you see a book, and
She's gonna just
There's-
take it. She's gonna take
Okay.
it so the others can like read this book.
okay.
Yeah.
And this book seems
Sin can
like,
probably read.
Yeah.
the book seems like it would definitely be small, for like an ogre's large, meaty hands would
Yeah.
have a little bit of difficulty turning it delicately. But you
Yeah.
can see there are a lot of places where it seems to be battered and torn, almost like something big was kind of attempting, but not doing a very good job of gently opening it and turning pages and stuff.
Okay. This is definitely yes. She's heard about ogres and like knows this is not something she's used to seeing from them.
I'm just picturing them like as toddlers, like very large toddlers. They're not good at anything, but they've seen their parents do it, and so they try.
I mean, if they're using this book, they have a leg up on Skitters basically because Skitters doesn't know what this.
I think those are letters.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, she doesn't know. She'd maybe see if any of the other three can figure out what this is. 'Cause it's unusual for her to find a book that's not like ripped to pieces or used as like
Toilet paper.
kindling or toilet paper. So she's got to just take this book back, just sneak it, like kind of just like hold it and just kind of like sneak it back.
Cool. So you make it back to your camp. Like I said, you had 3 successes. There's like you're not getting detected. You make it back just fine.
Yeah, and she'll just hold it. She'll just like, it's very weird. I did do it, but it's unusual for gnolls and ogres to have tools and this. And she'll hold up this book and she'll kind of like hold it open and it's upside down probably, or who knows. Like they usually don't have this. Do any of you know what this is?
It's a
Have a
book.
look at it.
Skitters.
I know it's a book. I just can't read it.
Have a look at it. What language is it in? What is that, a spell book or something?
It seems to be in common.
Okay.
It is not a spell book. It is definitely not a spell book.
I'll
From
take it and have a rummage at it because
Black
I
in
can read.
particular would recognize, given his training, this is a cookbook. These are recipes.
Are they cooking?
Oh,
Are these people? Yeah. What are they cooking?
It looks like
Yeah.
you've probably seen a couple popular cookbooks from time to time, but it basically looks like a somewhat standard-ish, if a little bit outdated and old, human cookbook.
We cannot kill these things, you guys. They are babies. They're
Huh.
trying their best.
They're gonna be tripping babies in about like 2 or 3 hours.
Okay, we're definitely going to keep an eye on
Yeah.
the cooking.
Yeah. So Skitters, like, if you tell it to Skitters, like, she could be like, "This is strange."
you can tell these ones are intelligent. They're not just gnolls; they're high gnolls.
Oh, they're gonna be.
Oh.
They will be high gnolls soon. We may not need to fight them, but just keep an eye on them. Something smells weird with these. This isn't normal. This is like I don't know.
Are you gonna
No, no, no.
survive?
You said that it looks like something big has tried to flip these pages over. Big as in the
Looks-
size of a gnoll, because gnoll tend to be a bit humanoid size, right?
Yeah,
Or big as in the ogres tried to turn the pages.
big as in the size of potentially an ogre.
That's actually more worrying because
Are-
that would suggest that the ogre might be more intelligent, and that suggests a magi of some sort, not just an ogre.
Are the
I don't see.
gnolls teaching the ogre? Can they even do that?
Gnolls aren't dumb.
But they're not patient either.
Or there's a human or something with them.
Yes.
Sure.
This is why we watch them.
I was kind of hoping the book would be what we needed, and then we could just go get our prize. It's probably not, though. Do you think? Yeah, I mean, it
It's never that simple.
could. Okay.
I'm curious. Either it's a more words. Either it's a more intelligent ogre, in which case it's possibly a caster, in which case we'll get bigger problems.
Literally.
Or, yeah, they suck. Or it's the gnolls, in which case one of them's possibly a shaman, or a witch doctor.
Well, there's no
or
saying that.
it's true. Gotta do what the voodoo do, for the do it.
Let's watch them. See what's happening.
Or there's a human or something there, which would explain why there's a cookbook and they want to eat normal food and why the cooking pot smelt weird. You said there were herbs and stuff in it already. Yeah.
Okay, let's just.
That's the three options. So I'd say the best thing is probably keep watching them and stay all silent and stealthy. But we're not in a rush at this point.
No.
Yeah, let's watch them.
Okay.
If we can get past them without a fight, it's better for us.
So you're gonna take the evening quarter.
That's not a good idea because if we go inside and we come end up in a fight inside, they'll hear it from outside and then we'll get stuff in front and behind.
If we don't have to be hostile with them,
that would be nothing.
They do outnumber us
and outsize us.
Size isn't everything. It just means you fall over harder.
It's a lot of things.
It means quite a bit.
Thanks for that raid. 30 people.
Ooh, hello.
Hi everyone.
Oh, the people.
We are in the last hour or so of Starlight Society. It is a Forbidden Lands role-playing game in Greyhawk, as you might imagine with this channel.
We're gonna watch some gnolls and an ogre get like high.
Yeah, we put hallucinogenic poison in their stew, and we're gonna see what they're about because we found a cookbook with one.
If you weren't responsible for that.
It wasn't premeditated.
Oh, I should mark that I've used my poison. I have 0 poison.
No, I just realised there is no limit to how low we'll stoop using poisons.
Get out. You're fired.
All right, so we're gonna kind of lay low and just observe. Yeah.
So you hang out until the evening, and as the sun starts to set, you notice some activity coming from deeper in the ruins, and a couple of the gnolls come out, and they seem like fairly regular gnolls. They're kind of bickering back and forth. They sound like kind of like hyenas in their language. And then you just hear a booming voice, and you can't really make out what specifically was said, but you can tell it's got somewhat of a commanding tone. And then the gnolls kind of snap up and just start going out, and you see a shadow kind of passes from the mouth of the ruins where there is a light set up inside, and a large ogre essentially wearing furs, comes out and looks down at the pot, starts a fire below the pot, and then grabs some of the meat that's been hanging up, tosses it into the stew, and starts stirring. I do want to know at any point if you want to do something after you notice something. Feel free to step in.
I would like to. Did the gnolls leave, or did they just come to attention and
So, two of the gnolls did leave. It looks like they went towards the. Started heading towards the west.
Okay. Yeah. Once activity starts happening, I want to turn into a like emaciated small mouse that's not worth like killing and eating.
Okay.
Oh.
And just kind of like, you know, see if I can get close and just like this is weird. And I want to like maybe I can get to where I can maybe see in the door a little bit, or just keep an eye on what's happening. And
So this is definitely like happening right outside.
okay,
Yeah.
I don't want to be like visible
Okay.
close enough to be noticed. I'm not going to go near their path, but
Okay. I'm not gonna make
Let's get
you roll
closer.
a stealth check for that, given how like you're turning into a mouse, you're going up. They're not really looking around for tiny little mice. You get closer, and you can hear the ogre humming to itself.
oh god, it is
As
a
it's
toddler.
stirring.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh no.
And then at some point, it starts to kind of look around and goes over to the table where the book was, and it looks like it's looking for something.
Probably the
no.
book.
And then after a moment of looking and it's clearly not finding what it's looking for, it kind of growls out in its commanding voice, and another ogre kind of sheepishly comes out from the
Oh god.
ruins, and like it's got its ears drooped low. It is afraid of this ogre, and it just the ogre says something. It almost sounds kind of accusatory, but the gnoll kind of just holds up his hands like, wasn't me. I like clearly saying I have no idea. And then there's another kind of booming command from the ogre, and the gnoll kind of starts sniffing around and looking around. At this point, are you still present as a mouse, keeping an eye out, or?
Yeah, I'm doing that like super flat mouse thing.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth roll. I am
Oh,
going to give you
great.
+2
It's
to your skill.
fine. It's
So-
fine, you guys.
And a
Still
bonus of 2 skill dice.
2 skill.
Okay, that should be good. That should be good.
Sure.
Come on. It's not like life or death.
Would you like to push that and gain more successes?
Oh, I really
Uh.
don't want to be seen.
Well, you've succeeded, so you're not at risk of failing and getting spotted.
Okay.
So this is more about, do you want to push and gain willpower at the
I
cost of
do.
taking damage?
I really do. Okay.
Actually, is
Mhm.
not something that you use a whole ton. Also, easy way to get willpower.
Oh!
That's a lot of willpower. That is a lot of willpower.
What's your, so stealth is agility based, right?
Agility.
Did you?
Oh no, you're
nope.
pretty good. You've got 1 point left.
Got one left.
Oh, okay. You got a lot of willpower though. Holy damn.
Okay,
Damn.
so your agility is not broken. You're good.
Nope, I'm great. I totally planned that.
Damn.
But you did get 3 willpower from that. So congratulations.
Oof.
Great.
Okay, so
I peed, okay?
Yeah.
I definitely like
so
the tiny mouse bladder let go.
as you're watching and this gnoll starts kind of sniffing around, he gets close to you, but then he just doesn't think anything else of you because you're a tiny little emaciated looking gnoll, and it's looking around for a book.
And you obviously just wet yourself when you looked at you.
And the gnoll keeps kind of looking around, and then it starts kind of like it grumbles something and starts heading towards the east a little bit to start looking around, and it's like kind of looking around for anything. Actually, so it doesn't start heading towards your companions. Given Skitters' earlier 3 successes on the stealth roll, there's no Skitters didn't leave a scent trail or anything, which is amazing to say the least.
I mean, just smells like just rotten stuff in general. So it's just kind of like
Basically,
It's
already
something
smelled
You
it.
don't
Gnoll
smell
is
as bad
used
as
to.
the ogre, so don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh god, there's
so
two
it's-
ogres.
These are 2 ogres or 1 ogre?
No, you only see one ogre so far.
Okay. Oh, that was a
Oh.
null. Okay, that was.
There's
Oh,
two gnolls that
you
have
called
gone to
the
west,
you called
and
the
now
gnoll an
there's-
ogre at one point.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're.
I was like,
yeah,
damn it, there's two ogres. No.
Two gnolls went west, and one gnoll is now searching around.
Right.
This
and then
ogre
the
still here?
The ogre is still
Attack.
attending, and you see at one point takes kind of a to all of you it's a bowl, but to the ogre it's like a small spoon. Scoops
Yeah.
a little bit of the stew out, seems to taste the stew a bit, and is like thinking for a moment
Yeah.
before pouring it back in, and then like grabs some more of the herbs and everything on the table. So what would you like to do?
Do the gnolls? Do the gnolls have? It's clearly marked
actually,
which
I
one of these
should-
gnolls
I
knows their
should
stuff
note
is.
on something.
Mhm.
Sorry.
How many gnolls left in the pack? Was it 3?
You've seen a total of 3. You've seen 2 go west, and then 1 is searching around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sorry, you noticed something given your proximity. There is a metal band around the the ogre's head. And
Oh.
you can definitely
it.
see on the skin that it's pinching. This is a metal band made for somebody with a much smaller head.
Oh, that hurts.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, now I have a headache just thinking about it.
Oh.
Right?
Oh man. Oh. But the I clearly when I saw the when I went there the first time, I know the gnolls have a different area where they keep their stuff than the ogres.
Yes. Like, most of the gnolls stuff seems to be out here.
Yeah.
Um,
Could I make a sneak to put the book back with the gnoll stuff?
you
If
can
that's your
certainly
intent,
try.
I am not giving you the book back. That's ridiculous.
It'd be
Especially since he's currently explicitly looking for you.
no, he's not looking for me. No, not the gnoll.
For the book. The book.
He's looking for the book, but we put the book with the gnoll stuff.
Oh, I'll start a fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
but,
it's
like,
gonna be
I'm not.
high, angry.
Yeah, but not angry at us because we're not there.
Yeah, I mean
Unless
that's what I
Skid
mean.
is
Maybe
That's what I
between
mean.
each other.
Yeah, guess who was hiding the book? The gnoll that lied to him. It's gonna be angry.
Yeah, but
it's gonna be
even if-
high.
Even if they don't, I'm not there. But even if they don't find it,
Yeah.
they're still gonna be mad at each other.
Yep. I have a good enough.
Okay, Skitters,
burned
go
my
ahead
book?
and give me a stealth roll.
Okay. All right. I still have a good.
I am not there, but I do not support this.
Would it be
Okay.
possible to assist her with the stealth by suggesting that she should go about sneaking and stuff?
Probably not here. It'd be more like if you created a distraction of some
Oh.
kind.
Nope.
Would you like to push that? You do have a success, so you're not getting spotted. Would you like to push that?
I think I'm okay with this.
Rip a couple
Okay.
pages out.
Oh yeah, let's rip a couple pages out and just kind of like I'll chew it up and just kind of like spit it.
Keep some of the pages of recipes.
Yeah,
She
I'll
doesn't
quite
know
happily
that.
keep-
She doesn't know that.
I'll quite happily keep some of them.
Yeah,
Recipes are good.
If you want to rip them, go ahead. She doesn't really
Okay.
care, but yeah, she's gonna just like put that book there and just kind of like
So
she does that. She does like a real kind of like lizardy, like a lizard-like kind of like belly to the ground kind of like crawl to it.
okay.
It's real.
You managed to do it when the knoll is on kind of the other side from you.
Mhm.
It takes a bit, and there's a tense moment where it seems like the ogre almost spots you
Mhm.
as it's looking around.
If I can see this, I'm peeing again.
Eventually, you do go back over to where Blatt is. And
I will relax at this point.
eventually the knoll comes back around, and as it gets to near where its stuff is, it kind of notices it. It like stands up, looks around, its ears are like up, and it's alert.
Mhm.
And then it looks back to see if the ogre has noticed, and then it kind of quietly goes over and tries to stuff it behind one of the. I say bed, but it's more like a pack of straw or something.
Can
It tucks it behind it a bit.
can I throw a rock from where I am just at the stuff
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it
you
makes a
can.
noise?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you give me a marksmanship roll.
Okay.
If it would assist, I will hand her my sling.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
She's.
So essentially, what'll happen here is you'll get the slings bonus.
Okay.
That's gear bonus, not a
Gear
skill
bonus.
bonus.
Okay.
So it'll be a
Also
marksmanship
range.
roll.
Yeah, marksman.
And then what's the bonus on your sling?
It's a normal sling, so it's +1.
Okay.
Okay, I have a decent. Okay.
But it takes you up
Okay.
from near range to short range, so.
So would you like to push that?
I'm already down one, but I'll do it. I'll push it.
Okay.
Whatever. Okay. So that's 4.
-1 ability, so it
Yeah.
should be 3 attribute and 1 geared up.
Okay. There you go. Okay, 2 successes, and I take a agility.
So you
Damage.
managed
I'm
to
still
time it
good.
perfectly. Right as the gnoll is trying to tuck it back behind its stuff, the stone cracks off the wall right beside it. The gnoll jumps back and yelps, and the ogre looks over and sees what the gnoll was doing.
Yes.
And the next couple of moments are almost like watching somebody scold their dog. Essentially, the ogre grabs the gnoll by the scruff of the neck and it rubs its nose where where the book was, and then tosses it back on its haunches and points to the west and basically commands it to do something. The ogre picks up its recipe book, sees that a couple pages, like it kind of flips through it a bit, sees tears where there were a couple pages, and you hear the ogre growl a bit. And sorry, you specifically hear what it says. It is swearing in common under its breath. As it walks back over, and you hear it talk about stupid mutts. As it walks back over and starts attending to its stew.
This is going great, you guys.
Sorry, it's so mad. Just annoyed with everybody.
Is there anything else that you would like to do before we jump forward a little bit more in time?
Just get back to where my people are.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, you go back, and all of you are clearly barely containing your laughter.
Yeah.
And the ogre kind of grabs a couple of those. Like, it's a large bowl, and it starts using smaller bowls to scoop out some of its stew.
Mhm.
And you notice it, like, it very notably looks at a couple of other bowls that it has on the stone table.
Mhm.
And he kind of just, like, you can see a visible scowl as he puts just a tiny bit in each of those bowls.
Oh, it's so mad.
How many bowls does he set out?
4.
4 bowls.
Okay, so
Not counting his own.
okay,
Not counting
Okay.
the large one.
those are the knolls. Okay.
No bowls.
And then,
No bowls.
so what we're gonna say is, as we get into the night quarter day, the ogre starts to eat its stew.
That's right.
And
More for you, ogre.
Yep.
Let's
Yep.
see.
Eat it all up.
So,
Get it.
hallucinogenic poison, full effect. 1 point of damage to empathy each round until broken. Okay. And
Oh no.
broken empathy.
Poison is mean.
What's that?
Broken empathy, I think, is pretty bad.
You break down in despair or self-pity. You must either explode in a violent outburst, kicking and breaking everything around you, or withdraw from everyone around you. In either case, you are uncommunicative until you've recovered a point of empathy.
I can probably guess
So-
which one this ogre is going to go
It's
for.
a toddler.
The ogre eats this stew that has been spiked with a hallucinogenic poison,
And he throws a
Um,
tantrum.
No, it's not going to hurt. Like, it just takes a moment because like this is an amount of poison for a human essentially. So it takes a bit for it to process the ogre, and then the ogre just kind of like,
Oh no.
and the ogre is clearly tripping at this point. So what would you like to do? You've gotten this ogre
Oh
high.
God. Oh my
Where are these gnolls at?
Oh God. Okay. 3 gnolls are gone.
Yeah.
So 1 more is probably inside, and there's the ogre, and it has a thing on its head, which I told you guys about.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's just not. I have a vague idea what's up, but Skitter's probably has no idea what's going on with this headband or whatever.
I would like.
Is this ogre within short range? Because it's within a zone, isn't it?
If you move forward close enough, I'd say that you could get into short range.
So if I snuck forward a little bit and
Yeah.
be stealthy, which I can be.
Yeah.
All right, I will sneak forward a little bit because I want to see something. I'm going to do something before I move forward because I want to up before I sneak forward a little bit.
Okay.
Can I help him by just kind of pointing out the route that I took to get back there? Like the easiest, this is where you go.
I'm happy to work with her to stealth forward.
Okay.
I think we can
so
both.
I think what we'll do is, you're going with Blatt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I want to get close enough to get within range of it, and before I actually move forward, I am going to use a willpower point, and cast sense magic.
Okay.
I am, however, going to lower my dice pool by 1, and it means I don't have to roll, and it just works.
Okay.
Per level 1.
Yeah, we don't want weird magic happening.
I don't have to worry about mishaps
don't?
because I don't roll.
We don't want a portal opening up and a demon walking through here.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I'm going with them. I'll be a mouse again just to
Okay.
be tiny and follow with them.
so Blatt, give
Yeah.
me a stealth roll, and you're gonna get +1 for Skitters' help.
Yeah.
Sorry, thinks this is all a very bad idea.
Oh, this is
And do?
Okay.
yes.
Would you like to push that to gain any willpower or anything?
Stealth is based on agility, right?
Mhm.
Nah.
Yeah.
I can't afford to lose points.
Okay, cool. So you move forward, and you get close enough for sense magic to trigger. And let me see the specifics of sense magic. So,
I have a very bad idea.
We've all done bad ideas, so let it rip.
okay, so you get the sense that this headband is definitely magical, and it is it does seem to be more or less a headband of intellect.
Oh my god.
It's mentally enhancing the ogre.
Oh, okay, that explains a
That's
lot.
what I
things.
thought.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Especially since it can speak common, it's making rational decisions. It didn't just blow a gasket and go when it
Oh.
got high.
Yeah.
That was its reaction to getting high was just that whole whoa, I'm seeing
What?
things. Let me
Yeah.
think about this rationally. I'm just like,
Yeah, and it is still kind
What?
of just stunned there, like looking at its
Yeah.
hands and like poking its
Alright.
palm and things like that.
It gets-
we'll back up. I'll back up at that point. It's all I was looking for. Okay, I'm likely to scan round a bunch of things, see if there's anything else untowards within my scan range. But if not, I'll just back up towards the group.
Okay, what's up? Sorry.
As they're backing up, I am going to climb up the back of the ogre to its head
I mean, you're a mouse.
Okay.
as a tiny mouse.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, give me a stealth roll.
Sure. No, I'm really good at that. Mhm.
I'm
Okay.
gonna give you a +2.
Do we notice
High
this?
as shit.
Hi, and
I-
you are a
Do we
tiny
notice this?
mouse.
Yeah.
I'm going to, instead
Yeah, I
of
think I
rolling
see.
stealth, I'm going to cast Cat's Paw.
Okay.
So I can meld my mind with the spirit of the cat and move without a sound, cast instead of rolling sneak, and succeed automatically.
Okay.
Nice.
So I will do that.
Still gotta make the.
Yeah, so give me your casting roll to see.
Oh please, please.
Because it's specifically saying you succeed automatically, and each power level counts as one success. So let's see if you go above 1.
And how do I do more power level?
So you don't
More
have a
willpower.
cat's. Well, do you have a cat's claw as an ingredient to use?
Yes.
Okay.
Skitters maybe gave one too. Sorry, because Skitters got to eat sometimes.
And I mean, I've been a cat before, so like
Okay.
they kind of have to chew on their nails to.
So then your base power level here will be 2. What's your actual rank in your in that spellcasting talent?
My rank is 1.
Okay, so yeah, so you'll be at power level 2 right now. 1 for the ingredient and 1 as your base casting level, and then you roll for your willpower to see if that adds any more.
Okay, so I don't change my dice pool at all.
Correct. You'll just click on the
Please.
the die for your thing and then roll the dice pool.
Please, please.
That is going to cause a
Oh
mishap.
no!
So let's open the magic mishaps table
Rip.
and roll a d66,
Rip the Steven.
please.
Oh, it's gonna be tripping so hard. It's like, what's this demon coming through here? It's like magic mishaps. Oh. All right. Come on.
Do I roll 1d100?
D66.
D66.
D66. Oh,
What you're looking for is like a 14 or something, then you're just hungry.
what do I type in? Is it /roll?
No, on
It's
your
the bottom right
on your
of your
sheet, it'll
thing.
have a D66.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right. That
Yeah.
one.
35.
35.
So 35. The spell unleashes demonic visions with it, which inflict 1 point of damage to wits.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna say that everybody locally gets those. So all of you are gonna take 1 point to wits,
Oh no.
and this ogre who's
Oh.
looking at itself and already high suddenly gets demonic
Give it
visions.
a heart attack.
And you see it kind of stumble back and freak out a bit as this happens.
Oh, this is so good.
And this is while you are climbing up on it. It freaks out a bit. You manage to cling on to keep hold. So you are essentially up by the ogre's head, but its kind of base instincts are starting to kick in a little with this fear. And it's thrashing out a little, and it's like trying to find something to grab onto.
Oh my god. Please
So what
have the
would you
gnolls
like to
come
do?
back to hear what this is happening.
Well, my plan was, now that I'm very close to this headband, is it like how much strength would it take to get it off of him?
It's pressing pretty hard into its head.
And it's made of metal?
Yeah, it is a metal headband.
Could you? Oh.
I'm gonna do what I was planning on doing.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I'm
Do it.
gonna
Do
turn
it.
it back into a halfling.
Do it. Take it.
On
Take
its
it.
shoulders or like on top of its head and just yank it off.
There's no better time
Okay.
than when it's terrified and high.
I'm
And
going
alone.
to ask you to give me a might roll, please.
Yep. No, I'm great at that.
It is going to be because of how much this is pressing into this ogre's head, and given that you're kind of on an unstable platform while the ogre is reaching around to grab things, it's going to be at a -2 on your skill.
Oh my god.
Okay, so that takes me to -2.
Okay. And so currently you are at -1 success. Because
Oh,
negative skill
Come on,
dice,
you have-
that'll
come on.
cancel
I
your...
have to roll again.
So would you like to push this?
This is life or death. You're already on its shoulders.
So I
Shoulders.
change it to -1 now.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Come on. You can do it. You can do it.
I really like this character. Please don't.
I know. I mean, this is. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh
so,
no.
you try to yank it off. You're not able, and the ogre grabs you as it's thrashing about and tosses
Can I just
you.
hang on as he tosses me? Hang on to the headband?
Okay, so here's how I'm going to put it. So you can hang on, if you fail to hang on, which is going to be a might roll to kind of keep a grip and not get pulled away. If you fail to hang on, you're not going to have the opportunity to make an endurance roll when you land. You're just going to land and take strength damage or agility damage, potentially.
Ooh.
If you do not hang on, you'll have the chance essentially to try to tumble and help mitigate some of that.
Oh boy.
So it's up to you whether you would like to hang on and hold on to this to not get pulled and thrown, or whether you'd like to try to land somewhat safely as you're thrown.
I have the worst ideas. Are they still like relatively close and they see what's happening?
Oh yeah, they can
So
definitely
like if
see
this
what's
turns
happening.
into a fight,
Yeah, they can see what's happening.
okay. Okay, I'm gonna hold on.
Okay. So give me a might roll. It's not going to have any modifiers here. Would you like to push that?
God. Oh,
Okay,
you have
no,
so
this
little
is going
might.
to be
You have so little
this
might.
is going to be a contested roll against the
Against
ogre.
an
Can you-
ogre.
Just to make assuage my fear for sorry, can sorry turn to an animal again? Does she have a way out?
I mean, she can turn into an animal again. It won't help with being thrown.
No. It's just thinking about worst case. All right, I believe in you.
I don't know why.
Oh, might
I'm gonna. Oh God.
please.
I feel like this is our only chance to get it off of him. And then we can fight him. So I'm gonna push it.
Please don't get two.
Okay.
Please don't get two skulls. Please don't.
Oh my God.
Please don't get two skulls. Oh,
Okay, so you are contesting with one success.
Yep, it's great.
I want this thing to get hurt. I want this thing to get hurt trying to fight this. Oh no. I don't know about this system, but aggressor
Just
usually win.
as strong.
I am actually going to have it push this roll.
I wanted to get tired doing this. I wanted to be terrified and tired. Oh no.
So it got a net of 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm sorry, a net of 1 success because you canceled out one of its successes.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of, you catch for a minute and then your fingers slip as it tosses you. You're going to take 3 points of damage to strength as you land on the ground.
How about 2?
Okay, 2 points of damage to strength. That's fair. What's your actual strength?
What's your strength?
2.
Two.
Yeah, so you're going to
Oh,
cap it.
God.
Too. So your
Oh,
strength
no.
is broken now.
Oh no.
But the good news is that my nose is healed.
Your
Oh,
nose
that's
is healed.
that
Because we went
is-
through
But
it after
now
that
you
is
need to
it.
roll
I
a
hope
d66
I
on the blunt
I
force
hope
critical
that
injuries.
it's a nose again, because at least that's something you can recover from.
So please roll a
Oh.
d66.
Please do not roll high. Please do not roll high.
That is 13.
That is not.
Breathless. There is no.
Okay, that's-
There is no effect and no
Ooh.
healing time. You got lucky here.
Oh,
So it
Damn.
tosses you and knocks the wind out of you as you smack against the tree.
that's fine. It hurts.
Your strength is still considered broken though.
Yep.
So
God.
looking at strength is broken, you're knocked senseless. Roll for a critical injury, which you did.
Yeah.
If you're not dead, you can only crawl and mumble through the pain. You can't
Yep.
perform any other
Don't.
actions, and you cannot roll for any skills.
Don't
Mhm.
mumble.
Which means you
Don't
cannot
mumble.
turn into an animal.
Yep. So I'm just gonna keep crawling then.
So you get tossed aside, you hit this tree, and the ogre kind of like it's not recoiling from the demonic visions that you unleashed, but it is still somewhat high, and as it's walking over towards you, like it's stumbling and having a little bit of difficulty.
Well, I'm about to startle it.
Okay. So what are you going to do that?
Horn out the pocket. Spellcasting.
I knew it. Okay. Cool. So let's go ahead and review how your
Oh boy.
how your stun spell, right?
Use a willpower point, makes it power level 1. Horn makes it power level 2. I don't have to roll, so I don't have a chance of a mishap.
Okay.
Okay.
So it just works, and it takes 2 agility damage.
Okay.
It can roll insight against it.
And insight. So
Assuming
my
it's not
dice
so
pool.
high that it's, I don't know, has a negative insight or something.
I'm gonna tweet a picture of what my attributes look like right now.
Oh my. I have a good idea because I think yeah, this I remember. I definitely remember the 2 strength.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So this is going to be its insight roll.
Oh,
It got
what?
2 successes.
Oh, it's so smart.
The 2 gear bonus is from the Band of Intellect, by the way.
I tried, you guys.
So you blow the horn essentially and go to try to stun it, but it manages, like, between it being high, it kind of just doesn't seem to register it, and just the headband kind of helps it power through as it stumbles over towards Sari.
All right. How far away is this ogre from us now?
In terms of zones and everything, like, you're about 1 zone away. You're at a short distance.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we're both at short range.
It's still going for Sari.
Yeah, it's walking towards Sari. It doesn't seem angry or anything. It's confused and high, and it's going over towards Sari.
Oh boy.
That said, it's stumbling a bit, and generally it's a bad idea for an ogre to fall on a halfling.
Yeah,
I would be like going toward a wall or something.
this is I need to give my skitters instinct to protect, like, Sorry, just like overwhelmed. She's just gonna run at it and just kind of like just go for the face on this thing.
So you're gonna attack it?
I'm gonna attack. Just give Starry enough time to get away from this thing.
Okay, so is your goal to cause it harm or just to distract it?
Distract it enough, yeah.
Okay. So if you're just trying to distract it, I will let you choose between making an attack and using your attack skill, or using manipulation.
Oh boy.
If you're trying to distract it more than anything.
I'll use my attack skill because that's a little bit better than.
All right. So the main question here is: are you trying to cause it damage? Like, with our successes on this, are you like striking at it directly or striking near it to startle it?
I want to just kind of like make as like just be as terrifying because it's still high and it's still like something. So she wants to just be as scary as this thing and just kind of like just like that thing where like a baboon will like bare its teeth and just kind of like she'll try and do like negligible damage, but like she wants to like kind of like be as like kind of like slippery as possible with it, like just kind of like just be like this really scary small thing.
Okay. Let's see. Is your threatening talent? Okay, that is a general talent, not.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at that because
it
will probably apply here. So.
Yeah. Do what it wants. Yeah.
It's rank 1, right? You've got it at rank 1. Okay. So you can roll might instead of manipulate when you want to threat. Okay, so you'll roll might to manipulate, or instead of your attack roll.
Okay.
If you succeed, it can't demand anything in turn from you, so it can still choose to attack you.
Yeah.
Okay, so your end goal is basically to just get it to back off.
Yeah, just scare it, like just like spook it enough, maybe to.
Cool. So
give Starry enough.
Go ahead and give me
just
a might
this.
roll.
All right.
As you freak out an ogre who is high.
Yep. Oh boy, come on. All right, let's do this. Wait, that I don't have. Ugh.
Would you like to push that?
It's gone fine for me.
It's fine. Yeah, I'll push it. This needs to happen at least. I can.
Actually, you know what? Before you push that, go ahead and clear your pull and roll one skill die. I'm gonna give you a bonus because it's had demonic visions and you're a tiefling.
Yeah. Jesus.
So I'm gonna give you that as a circumstantial bonus.
You're welcome.
Cool. Okay.
So now you can choose if you want to push.
I can use that. I can reroll all 4 of those, right?
Yes.
Yep.
All
Okay.
5. Or no, yeah,
Okay.
all 4. Because that
Okay,
original
so-
skull can't be rolled.
All right. Let's do it. Let's. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. That's at least something.
Okay, so that's a total of 2 damage to your strength.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely like pull something as you try to do this.
Yeah.
But you
Like
managed
she's
to freak it
tiring
out.
herself out. She's being very like, being very wasting a lot of energy doing this.
Okay. So it freaks out and stumbles back. It steps back a bit and definitely steps on something. You hear a crunch,
Mm-hmm.
and then it looks down and it sees that it's stepped on one of the bowls that it had set out.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of shakes its head and it's having trouble comprehending.
It's
and
happening.
like it kind of like it can't tell if it knows what's going on or what's going on with it. But it definitely freaks out and backs away from you a bit, and you've bought time for Sorry to manage to crawl away, either with your help or with Blatt's help.
Yep,
Mhm.
that's great.
Okay. Oh my god.
Yep, I got it.
So is Sorry away from it at the moment?
So if you or Blatt are helping like pull her away and everything,
Mhm.
then yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not. I'm about to do something just as stupid. Sorry.
Hey,
We've all done dumb things. It's okay.
Okay,
You
what's that
started it. It's your fault if this goes wrong for me.
it was
Hold it to
a
it.
very good bad plan.
It was.
It's
Which is why I'm about to try it too.
we
What are you gonna do,
we
Blatt?
terrified this thing for like a split second. I'm very happy.
Yep. Well, you've got it freaked out, and it's now totally focused on the halfling and
Yeah.
tiefling, which are in kind of like at least 90 degrees or more from me. And it's now stumbled against the table. That now gives me something I can climb up onto without
Yeah,
any
I
real
mean,
trouble. Try
to
and
be-
grab the thing off his head.
To be fair, if I was like shaky and it was dark and like a knee high like little goblin comes out like a just a little devil thing just tries to like scrape at me, I'd be scared. I'd be a little scared of it.
Yeah.
Especially after giving it the creepy ass visions.
Okay.
Yep.
So Blatt, go ahead and so you run up and what you bound off the table to crawl on top and try to.
Well,
pull
it
off,
backed
or?
up against something, which gives me something just like hop up on and gives me like now just like grab the thing, just like
Okay. So go ahead and let's see. I think the most
Good job.
important part of this action is the attempt to yank it off because that thing is lodged fairly strongly into the ogre's head.
Oh.
Because like I said,
Yep.
It
the
also
head is
popped
about
my
2
back.
sizes too big.
Oh, it's head. Yeah.
I was
Um,
holding on to it, and then it grabbed my legs to throw me. It popped my back, so I feel great.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
like an inch taller.
So I assume it's a might roll.
yeah, go ahead and give me a might roll, Blatt.
All right.
Do it.
This has to be good.
Come on.
boy.
One of us has to do good on this. Oh my.
I'll push it.
Okay.
Yeah, we've all pushed. This is a very pushy one.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, we forgot the skill because it was at -2 from. Well, it'll be -1 now for the tightness of the band. So that'd be a -1
Okay.
skill die. Because it was -2 because it was tight. Sorry, because it was tight, and the ogre had been stumbling around at that time.
Nice.
That's not
That's
a
good.
nice. That's a negative skill die.
That's not nice. That's the opposite. So
Oh
so
god, no.
I
So
don't
that-
mess anything up, but I'm currently holding on to the band going,
Yeah, you're not managing to yank it off. So as you're kind of doing this, the ogre like feels something on its head and it's starting to kind of get like it's got a pretty strong and quick metabolism, and
Oh
to
no.
begin with, this was a dose for a human.
Yeah.
So it starts to get its wits about it again,
Yep.
and it reaches up to grab what's on its head and yank
Mhm.
you off, but it's not throwing you.
No, I don't intend to be grabbed. I've got fast footwork, so I'm actually quite hard to like grab.
Okay, let's see what fast footwork does. You can dodge for free. Okay,
Yep.
cool. So I'm going to let you do a dodge, and I'm going to roll. Find my GM roll sheet.
Oh.
So, clear dice pool, and I'm essentially going to treat this as melee as it's grabbing you.
Yep.
So it was at. I believe it injured itself. I didn't actually mark that down properly, I think. Yeah, when it.
Oh, because
threw-
it smashed itself into something.
No,
Or
it's
was that
when
the
it
second
when
of
it
the roll?
when it tossed because it had pushed its roll when it was tossing. Sorry.
Ah,
So
Tired.
it is down here.
thank
and
goodness for that.
there. So I am going to roll for it. I am going to push that roll.
Come on. Yes.
Okay. You do still have to dodge.
Ah, but you can choose to dodge after an attack, though.
I'm pretty sure you
If
have to
it
choose.
doesn't-
No, you have to choose before it makes its attack.
Oh,
Unless I'm mixing this up with RuneQuest or something. I'm pretty sure you have to choose before.
Is it fast footwork that you have?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
so it's
basically lets
reactive.
him do
Oh
it
no,
for free.
a dodge is reactive.
Well,
Um,
yeah, and this dodge doesn't count towards your actions.
Nope.
Yeah,
So
but
if it
is
doesn't hit me, I
still-
don't have to dodge.
No, I'm pretty sure you still have to do that. You let's see. So
Oh no, sorry, my bad. Defender must declare if she's going to dodge a parry before you roll the attack.
so you essentially with your
But
dodge
the
you're
difference
jumping off
is
of
I get a free one regardless of what I've done that one.
yeah. So you are jumping off of the ogre. So you do end up prone, and you manage to jump out of
Oh,
dodge
no.
before the ogre grabs you.
Oh no, prone is.
So it turns
Um.
around and it kind of it looks at you as you've landed, and it cocks its head like
I don't know. I'm looking for the thing. It's like you can choose to not hit the deck. I just can't see where it is.
I think you have to take a negative. I think to
yeah, you
the
take a -1 to your skill roll.
yeah.
Is that -1?
Yeah. So essentially, what you'll do is you'll go ahead and roll your dodge here.
Yep.
Like you've successfully dodged either way. It'll be. If
I
you get a
intend to.
success,
I'm
you
intending
don't.
to dodge its grab without throwing myself off it, because throwing myself
Okay.
off something this tall is likely to injure me as much as it grabbing me,
Okay. So
and I kind of don't want to let go.
okay. So a success will mean that you manage to stay up there.
Yeah, so what is it? It's a melee roll? No, a move roll, sorry.
Yeah, it'll be a move roll, and you're at -1 because you're attempting to not fall prone.
I can do that.
Would you like to push?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so you manage to scramble out of the way of it grabbing you. And you hear it kind of just grumbles and says, "What are you doing, little goblin?"
Oh no, I think that's what we are. Not high anymore.
Yeah, it is definitely not
Actually,
high.
my immediate response is, that's my master's like headband. You stole it. Give it back.
Okay, Skitters, are you doing anything?
I'm
sorry,
trying to-
can't actually do anything at the moment.
I am dragging Sorry like over where I can hide her.
Okay.
Still crawling. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I'm in so much trouble.
Like yeah, because I think just because Skitters is like bigger than Sorry, she like picks her up by the scruff and just pulls her as like almost throws her like as far as like she's not, but like she's just like hurrying, just trying to get her out of the way.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Sin's at the side going, what are they doing?
Sin is just
Every
flat out
turn he
drunk
just
at the
Oh my
drinks.
moment.
god.
However,
It's
lucky
just
for
like,
you,
what's happening?
we are pretty much right at our time limit. So
Yay.
we will at the start of next session have a chance to do something.
Uh-oh.
As this, so Blatt is on the shoulder of an ogre trying to yank off this headband of intellect. Yeah, and we'll be back next week at the same time. I believe next week. Yes.
Sorry.
Because yeah, so we will be next week on the 4th of July for our next session. We will be here from 5 PST to 8 PST, which is 8 to 11 Eastern. I'm very bad with time zones, so I hope that's correct.
That's correct. Yeah, that is correct. Yes.
Awesome.
Because it's 6 Mountain.
I'm on the east.
You have all been fantastic. Thank you for playing. This has been an interesting outcome.
I feel bad for the ogre.
I know. I'm treating the gnolls really
This could have turned out much differently because if Sorry hadn't technically started a fight with the thing, I was just going to walk up and go, "Oi, why are you here?"
You were going to talk to it.
Yes! It was obviously smart. Didn't get a chance.
I mean, things
and
have
you
gone
say,
in
and
an
you say
interesting
Blatt makes
direction.
rash decisions.
I have had a blast this session, and I look forward to seeing what happens with this ogre next session.
See you.
This poor shit.
Survive.
So I will see you all next week. Thank you for
All right.
coming by.
Hey.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey.